Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Friday daytime stream. It's another stream, guys. It's the end of August. It's almost September. The year's flying by. I can't believe it. I'm getting old. All right, today's title, Power Rangers. Let's see, Season 1. New, let's say vintage CGC, vintage Pokemon, vintage graded coins. There we go. I like that. And then Plasma Freeze, new box break. All right, so most people already knew about that. Dude, I was just working and a piece of my computer broke. What is this? Yeah, just a piece of my computer broke off. A whole, look. This was just on the side of the computer and it just broke off. The hell? Should I tape it? All right, I don't know. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and set this all up. Let's start pinging. I put out a little video showing off those coins, you know, because they're pretty cool, actually. So I thought more people should know that CGC grades coins. Actually, we got to do a CGC coin grading. We're live right now for Friday daytime. All right. Is Plasma Freeze selling? There's clearly a lot of interest in it, but we just dumped it onto the table and it's not cheap. So the answer is, I can almost guarantee you that is going to sell through faster than you probably expect, but it's going to take a while. Most people don't just have $740 laying around, especially my audience, because they just spent that exact amount on my channel buying other things. You know, so it's like opening Crimson Invasion or live customs or whatever it is we're doing. People spend $740, they don't have it ready. So one thing though, you guys can do a slab away on those spots in Plasma Freeze. I believe somebody tried to buy 2 spots for slab away and I paused it. I said, let's talk about it first. Here it is. All right, let me mark this on red. All right, I'm gonna throw this away. And here's Facebook. We're gonna go to Facebook. Facebook, not to be confused with Buttbook. All right, let's grab this. Okay, we're gonna hit enter. Is Plasma Freeze selling? Is Imposter Gary? Oh, it's nice to see you, by the way, man. All right, popping this in here. So we got a link on our 2 new videos on Facebook. Let's go do it for our Instagram. Hey, how's it going, Mr. CS Man? All right, so we're gonna take a link over here. Okay. And then we'll grab this as well. All right. I pop in once in a while. Yeah, it's nice to see you. So we got that. That's good. So we got our links up. What's our craziest video right now? Looks like this video where I priced up the Legendary Collection Charizard did really well. I wonder why that is. I don't always understand what does well and what doesn't. Musabot, that's a lot of giveaways, man. All right, let me post this. There we go. All right. Okay, attention, vaulted item. So I remember this. PSA was saying that they received an item from eBay where it was damaged, and I told them I would just pay to fix it. So what are they saying here? They're saying, visit the online submission center and sign into your PSA account. Click start. You will be taken to your dashboard where you can begin a new submission. Please use the classic submission process. When done, please provide the submission number so we can attach it to your item. All right. Oh man, so annoying. All right. I'm gonna mark this on red. How do I mark this on red? Mark on red. All right, so they're gonna re-encapsulate a card that got damaged during shipping. They said it got damaged during shipping. And okay, and then it looks like we have a little order from 8 hours ago. Nathan Gordon, slab away payment for Legos. Okay, that's good. Nathan, you know, I was looking it up. I think you got a pretty good deal on those Legos, by the way, because I noticed a retail price at the Lego store in the mall of like, it's like over 600. I don't remember the exact number. And I said, whoa, I sold mine for less than that. Okay, we're going to hit refresh over here. Mr. Kihudro, we were figuring out a little bit about those payments. Here's Shahir from 2 hours ago. So he has a pre-order Ooh, a whole box of the Terastal Festival gathering. Okay, good. So we got a couple things to work on here. And then let's see how Twitch is going. So we got Twitch running again. We used to multi-stream to Twitch a long-ass time ago, and then we stopped. And now here we are again. We're live streaming to Twitch through a multi-stream, and we just haven't done that in a really long time. Let's see. Hey, appreciate the chance, Muso. Hey, Cardconomist is the walking Pokemon encyclopedia. Now, I don't know about that, but yeah, I know a lot. Actually, you know, we have a consultation service where you can pay, I know it sounds like a lot, but you can pay like $150 an hour to talk with me over the phone and ask me any question, and I'll reveal all my secrets, all my trade secrets, anything you want to know. So I'll tell you anything you need to know to try and make $150 back and more. And so that's something we do. And if you want less than an hour, you can do less than an hour. You can do 15 minutes. You can do 30 minutes. You could also have it not be a phone call. It could be live conversation over Discord, DM, whatever you want. So we do that. I'll just mention that. But I think I do have a lot of experience with buying, selling, trading cards over 7 years. So I've got my unique experiences and you know, all the intuition and knowledge I've built over time from that. Oh man, this tag submission needs to come back already. It's on the slab imaging step. It's real close. That's the last step before shipping. And we do know the grades. I haven't looked at them. I had to look at them. All right. I'm cleaning up my browser right now. We got a lot of open tabs. I like to clean it up. Man, we're down 182,000 views on YouTube. That started about 1 month ago. We just, all our shorts just, boom, they just stopped getting views. So we got to find out how to get those back up, huh? I got to work harder, basically. I got to stop being a little bitch. That's how life goes. All right, we haven't really posted that much long-form content, and I was saying that's what we needed to do. Remember that? Let's go ahead and get the website posted. So we're going to open this up. Yeah, so that started about about a month ago. Just a significant cut to views. And I think it has something to do with YouTube not favoring shorts anymore. I'm going to go ahead and pin this. The reason I suspect that is because those same shorts do so well elsewhere. Woo! Sneeze number one already. Sneeze number two? Oh my God. We're already up to 2 sneezes, everybody. This room makes me sneeze like crazy. This room has to be loaded with dust. It's got to be. All right, so there's that. We're not done. Let's turn on the ads. I know you guys love the ads. We got to do it. It's part of the job. It is. All right, we're saving ads at medium frequency. That's what we do. You got high, medium, low. We do medium because that's the default. Okay, we're gonna go grab the tags now. We gotta add the tags to the stream. Used to be the case that the tags were added in automatically. There's probably some setting I need to tinker with where we'll do it automatically again. Might be on this app that we're using, you know, so we're using a new app to stream. We started that maybe 2 months ago. Let's see. YouTube Shorts are more for gaming. Yeah, we got to figure out something that works on YouTube because they're not doing bad on Instagram and on Facebook. 500,000 views on Instagram, 1.1 million views on Facebook. So they're doing so well over there and so bad over here. It's very annoying. Because it's weird because it makes you not want to stop working on the shorts. If they're pulling views elsewhere, they're still very important. But we got to get some trick going for YouTube, and that's going to be our focus for a while. We have to come up with the format that we enjoy working on. I may need to buy a new laptop, a video editing laptop. All right. God, man, I got to apply for that re-encapsulation. Just another thing I don't want to work on right now. So we have a new Power Rangers box. As you can see in the image, is Power Rangers. That's Season 1, Series 1. Think of it like Power Rangers base set. So that's about as old as it gets. Pretty fancy, right? And we're going to go find out what we want to sell these for. And I may not sell them super cheap because if I recall, there's really no way to restock these, right? So let's see, Power Rangers. So I may ask for like, I don't know, like $25 a pack or something like that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. It's 1994. That's how old it is, 1994. All right, and here I can see you can find more of them. The price shall be good, therefore. All right, we're expecting a good price on these. Oh, cool. So we can lower the price of, it looks like we can lower the price of Series 2 as well. I was able to find more. I don't know if maybe I was searching in a bad way last time, but I couldn't find them last time. So wait, let me try this. Oh yeah, okay. So I might have overpaid for mine. I might have overpaid for my Power Rangers box. Here's my guess. My guess is that it's a strange, like you have to search strange words to find it. That's a real problem for eBay, I feel, because you know you need to be able to find these products at the. What the hell? Wait, I just searched for it again and now it's all disappeared. And what is this? I've never seen this before. I'm gonna grab this real fast. All right, let's back out of here. All right. Here it is. All right, back to it. So let me look again. I think what I'll do, I clearly overpaid for this one. Wow, crazy that, and do they look exactly the same? They do look exactly the same. So let me grab this one as well. And what we'll do is we'll use this one to set a lower price. So we'll cost average them down. The box says Dynamite. It does actually. That's really funny. Mr. OP17 English, when today's official release day? I did buy. Let me see. Just because it's okay. So we have one on the way. We have a case of OP17 English on the way. We also have those Japanese ones, of course. If you want to try and grab the Japanese packs, they are almost certainly cheaper. Okay, so if you want the cheaper one, go for that. All right, so give me a second. Divided by 2. Now, how many packs does it say? Does it say how many packs are in there? 36. All right. Divided by 36. So for the Power Rangers, we're going to be doing $7 per pack. $7 per pack, everyone. That's pretty cheap. Oh, my head, dude. Got a little headache going. Let's scroll down here. Power Rangers Series 2 shall also come down to $7 a pack. All right, so I found them. Well, maybe I should actually do more research on that, make sure that that's accurate. Power Rangers Series 1, 7. All right, so for the Series 2, let it be 8 for now until we can figure out more about it. Let's get into the website. I know this will take a second, and we got some orders already, but I got to go ahead and add these to the website, okay? So this is going to take a second. See, Mr. I explained everything last time you had them. Mr. I have a bunch of these Power Ranger cards. I opened them as a kid with my dad and have them in a binder. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's sweet. We're going to say English Power Rangers Series 1. 36 packs per box. All right, and we're going to go ahead and set a price of $7. Now, we have to set the product image, so I need a picture. Give me a moment here. You guys saw this already. Plasma freeze, very exciting. And here are the coins. I just got to price those up. Those are basically just coins. Yeah, look at this piece of my computer that broke off. Isn't that dumb? God, dude. All right. Oh, serious headache coming on. Why do I have a headache all the time, dude? I have a headache all the time. I probably have brain cancer. How can you have a headache so often? All right, let me grab this. I live in constant pain. Okay. Probably all the healthy eating I do. All the healthy sleeping that I get so much of. Well, this picture is not very square. Let me try taking another picture. Give me a second. Let me try scooting this over a little bit. Let's scoot this over a little bit. We need the picture to be square. Boop. All right. Okay, let's try that again. I wasn't able to do the other one to get it square. All right, let's crop this one. Crop. Ah, there we go. That works. This one's coming in a lot more square. Okay. Okay, it's because the box is really rectangular. Okay, let me upload this one to our Discord server. How do people already have 30th anniversary set? There are people breaking the rules. That's it. So there are people who are receiving distribution, and then they're taking their distributed boxes and they're selling them early. And when they sell them early, they probably sell them at a really high premium. So they have an incentive to sell it early. They go, oh, wow, I make a lot of money if I sell this early. So they're breaking the rules. And I believe Pokemon recently asked eBay to block people from selling it early on eBay. So you can tell they don't want that going on. So these people who do that, they're kind of scumbags. They are like, they're like a kind of thief almost. All right, let's see. They're breaking their contract to make extra money to do something that's against the rules. So I don't know what you would call that, but it's like in the same category as thief or fraudster. All right, there we go. And there we go. Publish. You're taunting me with that Dialga, mister. You hate me. Oh, man. I bought that card for $600, if you can believe it. I've told you that before. You know that. All right, English Series 1 is now added to the menu. Now, we do need to do one more thing. We need to get Series 2 and lower the price. We're going to lower the price for you guys. Quick edit. Series 2 shall no longer be $12. It should be $8. All right, much lower price. Much more interesting when the price is lower. There we go. Pokemon should ban them for life. Off with their heads. People sending $1,000 for 10 packs. Yeah. English and Japanese release virtually at the same time now, so I only need English. Are you talking about OP17? Okay, you're talking about OP17. I see what you're saying. That's good. Yeah, that's good. You are. All right. So that's all done. We've got that updated. I think we're ready to go now. All right. And Mr. Shahir is first. So let's get over here to orders. Let's start a break on that Crystalugia. Oh, also, we want to update that giveaway card for Mr. Musabat. Okay, so let me grab all this, and I'll go get the 10 Terastal Festivals. Here we are. I sent you 5 on Discord, trust me. Sounds good. Let me put this back over here, though. Okay. Well, the problem is we gotta have a place for all that Power Rangers. Do you like this background? Is it good? Did you see the new race sale? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. How much you think he bought it for? Probably like 20,000, 40,000 back in the day. Now what? He's selling it for $1 million. Yeah. Wish it was me. You could really buy a nice new home if you had $1 million down payment. You get a lot of nice homes. All right. I'm so tired from yesterday. I still have to work today with me. Tammy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Tossing this. Do me a favor, guys. You just joined. Stream just started. Smash that like button for me, okay? You guys know I'm going to say that every time, right? So let's get that like button. Start fondling it right away. Press it and imagine it's going, oh, thank you, Daddy. We got to get that like button up to about half the viewers. We're at 37, so we need about 20 likes. I'll give you $350 for that no hollow Dragonite. Yeah, he was purchased for $16,000 back in the day from Von Doom. Last sold on the Dark Dragonite, isn't it like 75 or something? But we have the best one because there's an actual video of it being pulled. That's very rare. There we go. All right. I was here, OG gang. Alex, you planning to go visit SF during the Worlds? Here's some hollows. Here's this thing. Here's some of these. Some of this. One of these. Here's. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's it. I didn't recognize it at first. Woo! All right, you did it. All you had to do was keep hammering it. Look at that, guys. We got the exclusive Sylveon. Ooh. Well, you went pretty far to grab this one, and it actually showed up. This is a pricey card, too, isn't it? Finally. There it is. I did it. So that is the Chinese exclusive Sylveon. Took about 1 case to find it. We have a whole nother case, so maybe we get another one, guys. I didn't know what I was looking at for a second there. When I saw the side of it like that, I thought, Vaporeon maybe? All right. It's averaging at 400. Nice. We are. Well, you know, it'll probably go up over time. Let's see. Or like, you mean raw, right? Probably mean raw. Setting for a pre-grade. All right, we'll do the pre-grade now. Okay, let's just finish this box off. You're going to go into the history channel. Did you know that? So you're the first person to pull that, and that means you get a spot in the history channel. You are. So that we can remember special moments in the stream together. It is. We got Vaporeon. Here's Execute. And here's Hands Guy. It'll probably lower to 300 the lowest as more and more boxes open. You never know. You never know. Could go. Now, are these slightly warped though? You know, I'm running out of the Korean cards for the Poke Shuffles, and I've thought about using the Chinese cards to replace them. It's tempting. I don't know if these are flat enough. They got to be perfectly flat because I want them to not stick out at all. It's tempting though. Maybe if I just do this a bit. What do you think, Timmy? I use 2 knuckles. Like this. It's a gift. All right. Okay, I'm going to put them over here in the Korean box. So we're going to be mixing Chinese cards in with the Korean cards. Mom, I was here. Don't think it'll be lower than 300 though. Now, I ain't going to go too low because it costs a lot to pull one. Probably like no more than 1 per case roughly. Now, Shahir's got to be having a good time, man. That's a good day. Let's go ahead and grab a link to the stream. Look at that, guys. And that was a pre-order too. What channel are we in? It's called the Hall of Fame. You're going in the Hall of Fame. All right. Shahir pulls, let's see, Sylveon Altart. Chinese exclusive. From Chinese Terastal Festival. All right, and this occurs at the 23-minute mark. All right, there we go. All right, so you're in there, but also we're going to grab all that and pop it into stream clips and pop it into August recap. All right, so it's going into all 3, obviously. Pretty cool. It kind of makes me think, I got to be more careful with like what gets pulled out of One Piece and Dragon Ball and all those sets too, because I don't always know when one of those cards is worthy to go into the Hall of Fame. Like, obviously, if a One Piece manga comes out, that's worthy. I don't really know what is worthy for Dragon Ball. Simplified Chinese, I believe, started in the Scarlet Violet stuff. I'm the best. I'm the winner. You're the best. You're the winner. You go tell everyone, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's funny, dude. There you are. I like it. All right. So the pre-grade, we're looking for Black Label. Ready? All right, right off the bat, no Black Label. Okay. So there is slide off centering. It's thinner on this corner. And then there's some kind of bump going on right here. I don't know what that bump is. It might show up on the back of the card more visibly. Okay, there it is. It's nice and clean on the back, except for that bump. Okay, I take it back. The bump kind of came off a little bit. Oh, good. So it's just some leftover fibers from cutting, and it seemed to have fallen off easily. Okay, that's good for you. So now we're improving the way we're looking at this card. All right, now let's see how clean it is on the back. Back of the card is clean, other than you can visibly see is thinner on the left than the right. However, that's with in my opinion, that is within the margins for a 10. Okay, so another issue, you have this print line. It's a sort of full art print line. Now, I don't think PSA cares about these, but another company like BGS will care. I'm going to go ahead and give you the zoom. People pay $3 for these grades. All right, now you can see it running right here. Do you see that? So full arts have this. Grab a pen real fast. Right here, see that? Running right there. Full arts have these. I don't know what causes it, but I don't think it's like a true... Thing is, I don't think it's a true print line in the sense that a wheel caused it. I think the print line is simply caused by the printing machine. Like, it's time for it to have, you know, like a new page of you know, stuff. Because what's interesting is it's almost like integrated into the actual texturing. So PSA will ignore that. They have in the past. I don't know if they still do, but I'm pretty sure they still do. But you know who won't ignore it? Tag grading's not going to ignore it. They're going to be like, ooh, we've got technology. We can see the line. BGS will certainly not ignore it. All right, so this is a PSA grade on this one. You're going to wait till, well, you probably send it to CGC too, actually, but I don't know how CGC treats those lines. So, okay, so the bump is gone. Thinner here, print line. And there you go. My perception on this, 10 minus. 10 minus is what you get from me. There you go. I'll wait a year for PSA to... That's the move. I think that's the move, is to wait for PSA to open back up and then send it into PSA at the cheaper cost. There you go. That's what I would do, you know, because you can store them a long time and then still send them in. So, yeah, I put him in the 10 minus range. There's a risk he comes back 9. But I lean toward a 10 as long as you're sending it to PSA. I think it'll CGC pristine, but it looks like it'll PSA 10. Yeah, it's hard to say. It depends on the policy that the grading company has on that internal print line and the texturing. Some companies treat it like it's just part of the texturing. I noticed. Like I don't think they treat it as an error. They just treat it as part of how cards are printed. But then a really picky company like BGS or Tag, they're going to say, nope, that's an imperfection, because we have ones over here that don't have that. So yeah, it's going to be between 9 or 10 based off of policy. Wow, I should get like a job advising people or something. All right, you ready? I've seen both, by the way, because I've sent Tag Team All-Stars. I learned this a long time ago with Tag Team All-Stars, so this is not new. Long time ago, Tag Team All-Stars, I was sending them to BGS, I was sending them to PSA, and BGS destroyed my booty cheeks on them. It's like every single one graded badly. And then PSA was like 10, 10, 10, 10. That was the first time I noticed PSA doesn't care about those. There we go. All right. Plasma Freeze box question. Are we able to keep sealed the light packs? So I knew that question would come up eventually because I wasn't sure how to treat that. One of the problems is that, okay, so when you're opening a box, if you can go last, like if you can keep your pack sealed and let everyone else open their packs first, you gain a knowledge of the box. It's like searching. And so you can decide at the end whether to open it or to leave it closed. So people who request to leave the pack closed get that advantage. They say, oh, I just want a light pack that stays closed. And then, you know, if nothing good gets pulled, you go, okay, so maybe there's one in my pack. The truth is there's not a deep knowledge about that set between light packs and heavy packs. And so, you know, it could be the case that even though your pack looks like a light pack, it might actually contain some serious cards in it. So I would say, in general, what I'd like to do is just open them all. But I'm sympathetic to the idea of keeping the light ones sealed. The thing is, why don't you just go buy a loose pack of it then? You know what I mean? So I think the best policy right now is to just have them all be opened. And if you really want a light pack, don't join the box break. Go buy like a loose pack off the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I see what you're saying too, because, you know, fresh out of the box might have a better chance at a good grade. It's hard to say. As of right now, let's decide that we're going to open all of them. And you should keep talking to me about, like, why we should be allowed to keep the light ones sealed. Like, if there's some kind of, like, if we had more knowledge around the set. No, I don't know. See, that's tricky. It is just tricky. because the people who leave theirs sealed do gain a serious advantage. And I don't want to have a opening where people are incentivized to make others open theirs first. Here we are. Even a light pack could have a reverse Umbreon. Yeah, there could, but this is the thing, Shahir. Imagine someone already pulls the Umbreon. Oh, well then, okay, I'll keep mine sealed. But then let's say no one pulls the Umbreon. Go ahead and open my light pack. See, that's the problem. It's all about ordering. And so people who prefer to keep theirs sealed gain this really distinctive advantage over those who decide to open first. So I just feel like that's very tricky to figure out. When it comes to like WotC era boxes, it's very simple. We don't open any of the light packs. They all stay sealed. So that's why that works so well. You know, because there's only 2 hits, non-hollow, hollow. See what I'm saying? So that it becomes very simple to figure those out. Thank you, Shahir, for the pre-order. Hey, Degree Grading says it's finally actually grading my cards. That's it's slower than I thought it was going to be because they advertised that it's going to be very fast. All right, and now Nathan Gordon, slab away payment for Legos. All right, let's head right over there. Sleeve away payment. It's my personal belief everything should get open anyways. Yeah, I feel you on that. And honestly, the first 2 packs, maybe I should reserve them. I was going to say the very first 2 packs in the box are actually the most envious light packs anyways. I'm going to reserve them for myself like a greedy guts. All right, so I'm going to fill, not spot number 20 actually. It would be spot number 19, wouldn't it? So spot number 1 and 19, the thing about those 2 slots, that's the 2 packs that might actually grade 10. They don't all grade 10. They all have a I'm like sharing the secrets of the pack grading, but it's pack number 1 and pack number 19 have an actual shot at grading 10. The rest of these are all PSA 9s at best. They might be lower than PSA 9. So yeah, I don't know what to do about it. Currently, I don't know what to do about, you know, letting people keep their pack sealed if they wish to have a pack sealed. You either let them do that and then, hey, maybe they buy a pack and the box moves faster. Or you say everyone has to open, and then it's a more fair box where people actually have to take risks, you know? Can you use my store credit to sob away a pack? I'd be happy to do that, yes. Here you are. You got a little bit of store credit last night. Now, would you like to apply all of it toward the pack? You answered that. Why don't I take care of this gentleman, Mr. Nathan Gordon? All right, Nathan Gordon. Nathan Gordon consigned Sylveon. Nathan Gordon Lego Starters Trio. Oh, you've got 2 Sabaways. So this is 505 minus 75 down to 430. Okay, so this is down to 430. Boom. All right, you're up to date. Although maybe this consigned Sylveon's already done, and I never removed it. Okay. Let me see this real fast. All right. Nathan Gordon. I just watched someone pull the Futuristic Mew from 30th. See, they're out there spoiling it for everybody, and it hasn't even launched. I don't like that. Pokemon's got to get a tighter grip on that. I don't like that at all. It's not even out for like another 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Maybe Pokemon genuinely doesn't care. I don't know. Okay, we're using all of it. Let's get it started. So first of all, we set you back down to 0. You're going to be this guy right here. Do you prefer any particular spot? I don't know if it'll matter. This is the pre-list, meaning that we're going to rewrite the list eventually. Pokemon has FBI too. Let's go start a slab away for you. At the very bottom, we're going to say Plasma Freeze. All right, Plasma Freeze. Sean Gallagher. Okay, and it should say 740. There's a $20 fee for it, so you're going to apply $144 to it. So 740 minus 144, 596 remains. Boom. All right. Where's Officer Jenny? Yeah, that's right. Where's Officer Jenny? So you're down to $596 on your pack. We'll put you here. Sean Gallagher. Okay, Mister, I'm here. Bring out the ponies. All right, I'm getting the ponies out. Joseph Valenti. What was going on with that guy? Oh, yeah, I remember. That was a refund for him. And Keith Unro. So I'd never refunded that order from last night. I'm going to put this here. Oops. Mister, I'm here. I'm going to set this here for the moment. There we go. All right. Ivan's got a message for me. He's showing some Power Rangers off. Yeah, I saw that, huh? All right. What's this? Team Rocket Grunt sent me a message. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not even gonna do that. How's it going, everyone? Jonathan, what's up, man? Is that your non-hollow Dragonite? Yeah, that's correct. That was the really rare one. So we did that. Let me write this down for Musabot over here. All right. Okay. The Pokemon World Championship is happening right now in San Francisco. Hey, Mister, I made a website order. Okay, have no fear. We're going to work on that. Here's Ivan Rodriguez, Team Rocket Grunt, Alakazam Tag Slab on the table. Alakazam Slab. That's over here. All right, there it is. Oops. Good. Oh, he's at a very busy card here. Oh, he spent that. So this reached 0, and this card is done. Let's get a new card. TRG. Okay, starting at 0, but he's going to take on this. Grabbing this. Okay. Payout of 112. Wow. Okay. That's set up. And now I have to write a receipt. Good. Put this away. We go online to the Discord server, to the consignment sold. Imagine going to D23 and Worlds the same month. We're going to go over here to let's see. Where is it? Ah, there it is. And this shall say TRG Alakazam 150. Done. I'd be pooped and so would my wallet. Yeah, the World Championships are going off, huh? I wonder if how those will end. There's a low chance I'm going Sunday. Friends may get a ticket for me. LMAO. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. I appreciate it. All right, let's jump over here real fast. All right, so we have a Key Hunro order, 1 Crimson Invasion for giveaway, and updates on my jungle order. Should I reorder? Am I able to make payments now? Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, I wish it was easier for me to sit down and think about this. You know, I didn't actually work on it last night. I went to bed. Let me grab this. All right, so you would like to give away 1 Crimson Invasion. So today you're giving away $50 of memberships and a $32 pack of Crimson Invasion. That's like $82 of giveaways. And it makes me, it's like a red flag in my mind. It's too much. It's making me uncomfortable. As a merchant, it's making me uncomfortable. Here it is. All right, let's get this set up. All right. Pulling this out. Wowza. Sorry, boss. Called, so walked away. On Sunday at the concluding ceremony at Worlds, they always tease what's coming next this year. All right, let's grab this. Okay. Didn't get... Oh, I already read that. Let's get a ticket going for this. Okay. I can hold on to the donations and giveaways. There's like... It's tricky. It's like this. When someone buys cards for themselves, if ever there's a financial problem, I acquire the cards as the merchant. If you're taking money and you're giving it to other people, and then, you know, so I put all the stuff into their bags and all that, and something goes wrong, I can't even get the cards back. So it is a dangerous position. And I know that from experience, from a lot of experience, like multiple people doing multiple bad things for a long time. So I think maybe we will have an upper limit to how much you can donate. And it could be based off of how long I've known you. So if I've known you for like a year or two, then it's very easy. You can do whatever you want. You're actually still pretty new. You're a new guy, and you're going so deep on giveaways, it's starting to make me nervous. And I know that sounds really silly, probably. So like in a year, if you're hanging around and you're still doing giveaways, it's going to be a funny laugh, right? But I just have a lot of red flags in my head right now. It's too much giveaways. It's making me nervous. So I need like more time to know who you really are. It's kind of like that. So I will run this. You've never had $700 to like, you know, $4,000 charged back. You know, I've seen that a lot. I've done that over and over and over again. Since even 2019, I've had that happen. One of my very first problems occurred in 2019, before we were even using, you know, like PayPal, Zelle, CASHAPP, Venmo. We were using, back then, back in the day, we were using Streamlab donations. That's what we were using. My very first chargeback was a Streamlab donation chargeback, and it was like for $700. And, you know, there has to be like a methodology where I can reduce risk and have access to the cards that get charged back on. So you know, like let's say Mahasvara or Tammy or Alex came in here and they said, hey, I want to give away $1,000 this month. I'd be like, go crazy. Because I know who they are. I know who they are after a long period of time. But you're actually still really new, and this is too much giveaways too fast. So it's making me nervous. And we got to slow down on them. I'll hold on to those for now. I get what you mean. You'll hold on to this one. It's out. You're saying we could do that. We can hold on to this one for now. It's all right. So why don't I write you down for store credit on this? Okay, I'll still host a giveaway for everybody. So we're not short on giveaways. We got giveaways. But it's too much giveaways too fast. Same with the membership donations. So, you know, you're doing a lot of membership donations, right? I've seen all those charged back before. So what happens is YouTube comes in, pulls the whole thing back. I've seen all of that. So it's making me nervous. It's too much. It's too much. It's actually unrealistic. And you could just be a guy with really deep pockets who just buys more donations than he buys product for himself. The balance is not there, though. I mean, 50-50 is pretty extreme. It's actually really unusual. It's an unusual behavior. So let's do this. All right, so 377. Mark, for example, he gives away a lot too. Mark likes to give away a lot, but that's cool because we've had Mark for a while and he's just a generous guy. And you're probably a generous guy too. That's probably all it is. I just, you know, I get that spidey tingle or something like that. It's too much too fast. Hey, mister, that Mirror Jade Ice Blade Dragon Pull yesterday really actually goes for about 500. I didn't realize it goes for that much. You got to grade it, too, because if it grades 10, then you got a crazy, you know, kind of like Grail card from that set, man. Yeah, the moment I saw that it was Overframe and I saw that it was also a Starlight Rare, I was like, oh, this is a match in heaven right there. All right, so what we have right here is 377 unspent dollars. And what I need is some sort of verification method. That's what I really need, Mr. Kishinro. And then after that, I'm going to feel much better. And then we just do whatever we want at that point. But we need some kind of verification method. I need to talk to AI about it. That's what needs to happen. AI will make a recommendation, like a security recommendation. and it's the giveaways. You've actually officially made me nervous. So I'm very nervous because of the giveaways, and I'd like to pause for now for orders on you. And you got $377 of store credit. We can easily send this back to you if you need it. And you haven't done anything wrong, by the way. You haven't actually done anything wrong. My brain just knows the risk is getting higher each time. So my brain's seeing it as risk. And there's like a 99% chance you're just a normal guy. But right now it's too high of risk, and I need some sort of identification or security measure to make sure that this unusual behavior is just a really generous guy. We are. Yeah, because your first move today was to come in and spend $80 on giveaways. And it's too much. It's too much because it's unusual. It's too generous, and it's a very high risk. Once I give that money out to people, very hard to bring it all back if something is wrong. So if you guys didn't know this, giveaways are actually a high risk behavior when it comes to bounced like bounced orders that get repulled, chargebacks, or anything like that. They're actually higher risk than a guy who wants the cards for himself, because that guy, I can go gather all the cards. But if it's ever like, all of that money was dispersed across 20 people, it's hard to pull all of that back. All right, let's see. So let's take a little break on that, Mr. Ki-Hyun-ro. And what I should do, I should talk to AI about how to think about this subject. And then what I'll do is I'll contact you and we'll just have a brief conversation, and then probably in like one stream, it'll be all good. Okay. So that's probably what I'll do. But just because the giveaways are so high, I'm going to take a quick pause from it. Okay. All right. We need your social security to confirm it's you. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hey, mister, that Mirror Jade Ice Blade. All right. Yeah. You haven't done anything wrong, by the way. You haven't done anything wrong. It's no hard feelings or anything like that. I've been the victim of a lot of chargebacks. I've been the victim of credit card theft. I've been the victim of just all kinds of things. One common behavior is, so I've been hit with this one a couple times. So it'll be somebody has like a family member's account or something like that, and they will spend that family member's money pretty loosely. They'll be like, I'll spend it whatever way I want. And that has happened like 3 times. And the most recent time, it was like for $4,000. And then the other family member figures out about it and they go, okay, I don't like this. You know what I mean? So I've had all those things happen. You were here in time to see the Kendrick guy. He wasn't the first guy to do that. Lots of people have done stuff like that. So it's just, it's too many giveaways, funny enough. Have you guys ever heard of such a thing? Too many giveaways? Sounds like too much of a good thing, but it's a real thing. So, okay, so we'll take a little pause from that. I want your business, Mr. Ki-Hyun-ro, and I want you to stick around, okay? But just let me figure out how to feel about this real fast, and we'll get back to you, okay? Mister, how long is the queue? It's not too bad. You're Pacalomat, is that right? Let me hit refresh on the website, by the way. All right, so Pacalomat, you have a 13-minute-old order. He's got a big one. Let me get some of these knocked out ahead of you. You got 2 ahead of you, Pacalomat. So here's Tammy Lowe. She's got a big one too, actually. So she wants $50 to slab away. All right. Whew, I got to keep the stream moving too. Isn't that crazy? Like, hey, get back to opening. Let's go over here. Tammy. All right, let's see. There you go, 185. I need advice is what I need. I need some advice on what to do in this scenario. And then after that, I'll just decide how much risk I like to take on. 15 Phantasmal Flames. Wow, that's a pretty big Phantasmal Flames order. Here we are. Box break packs have a slab away fee. Yes, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In the past, there have been boxes that are moving very slow where we waive the fee. We're not doing that on this one. This is an extremely good box. I shouldn't even have it at 740. I should have it at 800. So if you would like to use slab away, that's fine, but there will be a slab away fee. And that's just standard slab away. That's just how slab away is. Here it is. So what was unusual was we were waiving it for some of the slowest, worst boxes. Boxes that were just stuck, dude. They were stuck. Like that jungle box, it was stuck. It wasn't going anywhere. Here you are. You ready? This plasma freeze, I have a funny feeling about it. You ready? I have a funny feeling about plasma freeze. That one's going to probably move pretty fast. Here we are. Okay, no worries. Can I do 2 packs then? Gotta be 1 pack. The other guy tried to do 2 packs as well. It's just 1 pack at a time. Here it is. All right, the other guy tried to do 2 packs, and because he tried to do that, I withheld it, and I haven't given him a spot yet because I need him to talk to me briefly about a slab he has in Slab Away that's basically expired, and he has to agree to only do 1 at a time. Here's Sandile, Miso Soup. Here's Gliscor. Here's Croc-a-Rock. Here's, you ready, Tammy? So you got 15 Phantasmal Flames. Wow, that's a big Tammy order for Phantasmal. We got Ghastly, Fire Breather. Oh, he's spooky. Hey, he's a cute guy. He wants to say hi. Here's Wigglytuff. The Wigglytuff card is nice. She's like singing. She's singing. I used to make miso in my dorm room. Good memories. I make miso soup all the time. Here we are. Mega Lopunny. All right, here's Absol. Here's Lotad. Here's Haunter, Mega Diancie. Or to the army. To the army. What, the Wigglytuff army? Mega Heracross. Rawr. All right, we're going exclusive Sylveon. There it is. He pulled the Chinese exclusive Sylveon. How cool is that? He's going to get a clip for it, too. And he's in the History channel, the Hall of Fame channel. All right, there we go. No Mega Charizard popping up out of there. How's this set doing, by the way, the Phantasmal Flame set? There we go, Miss Tammy. Let's grab your box. I bought the life-size Lopunny plush last week. Tammy, you know what I'm doing, Tammy? I'm selling it all. I'm going to give up all my gold stars. I'm going to give up all my legendary collection. Any trophy type of card I've got, I'm giving it up. And then I'm buying a $2 million home in California by the ocean. That's my new thing. Giving it all up. We're moving to California. And then after that, I don't care what the taxes are. All right, next up we got Jeff Leon. Jeff has an order. Don't worry, Picalo, your turn's coming up soon. Whoa, Jeff has a big order. He wants 1 of everything over here. Okay, so 1 Dreamlike Oceans, 1 Blissful Eternity, I assume, 1 Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Why don't I read this real fast? Sneaker Bunko, Fujimi Bunko, Nikkei, ReZero, Oshinoko, Gushing Over Magical Girls, Azure Lane, Arena, Nikkei Precious. All right, so now that I've read it all, I should be able to go through each box and just get exactly what we need. We also got this Brown Dust, and we got QA Bunko. Let's see. I got to look into those, make sure we keep up with the price changes on them. You know, I think the GA Bunko, I thought that was overpriced, to be honest, but that was what I had to pay for it. Kind of sucks. Here's that Sneaker Bunko. We got a fresh box of this Sneaker Bunko? Yeah. Okay, give me a moment here. I don't know why it was so expensive, but I think it has something to do with the fact that, you know, Weiss Schwarz cases were always kind of pricey, but then they kind of quietly changed how many booster packs you got per case. And I don't think initially everyone, you want this? I don't think initially everyone kept up with the product change, you know, the quantity change. Sort of like a sneaky change to the value of the item. All right, now what's this back here? Here's an Azure Lane. You say Azure Lane first edition? I think you did. No, maybe not. No, you just wanted Azure Lane Volume 2. So let me put this back. We got a lot of nice waifus in that waifu shuffle, by the way. I don't know if you ever think about going in there, but those are already graded. There's some signatures in there. All right, we're jumping back over here. Here's a Freerin. Here's a GA Bunko. Okay, we don't want this box. Here's an Oshinoko 3. You want one of these for free? Look at this. This is the Dungeon Reviewer or something. Yeah. All right, here's the Nikkei. Here's the Gushing Over Magical Girls. Very nice. All right. So, Union Arena Precious. I didn't run into that one. Why didn't I see that one? I bet you we need a new box of it. So, I'll be right back. Unless it's where it doesn't belong, maybe. Let me get a fresh box. Ow. All right. We're going to set this over here. Oh, wait, you didn't order this. Look at this brown dust. Maybe do another box break on that. Okay. UK Precious. All right. Missing Fuji up there as well, mister. All right, Fuji as well. Good. Thank you for helping me with that. Manga 2. What does Manga 2 mean? I try to recycle these baggies. I hate seeing them all just go in the trash can. Why didn't I see the Fuji 2? Did we sell out? Did we sell through it, I mean? Weird, because I didn't bring any new ones in here, did I? What do we got over here? Is this Fuji 2? Yeah, here it is. So we got a fresh box for you right here. I don't think we've sold out of it last night, though. Weird. If we did, I was supposed to replace it. I had a sublist spot. All right, sublist spot as well. Okay. Got you with one of those. We gotta hurry because Pacalomat wants his turn. Ah! Don't worry, Pacalomat. We got you, bro. Toss this over here. Let's put this over here. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So, one Pika Gengar sublist. Oop. Hey, look, you're going in the same exact spot. Wouldn't that be funny if you won that spot twice in a row? Spot number 22 is almost done for the Gengar Pikachu. Ho-ho. All right, let's read the list again. ReZero. Did I get the ReZero? ReZero and Oshinoko. Yes, I did. Okay, we got the ReZero. All right, we're looking good. Let's snip it up. I think you're missing Oshi. Didn't I get Oshi? There it is, Oshi. All right. What I ought to do for you, Jeff, I ought to make these beforehand. Of course, if I do that, you might end up with sets you don't want, if you think about it. So it's tricky, isn't it? Like, for example, this might have a pack of Chainsaw Man in it. Or might have a pack of the Dungeon Reviewer, whatever it's called. Brothel Reviewer. This Species Reviewer? Oh, it's called Species Reviewer, isn't it? And it might not have Final Fantasy in it either, because it might be Weiss Schwarz only bundle. All right. If the price makes it worth it, well, more likely than not, I would probably just price them all the same. Here's Despacier. Okay, here's Tifa. All right. Very good. The packs don't get cheaper for me just because we put them all in a bag together, you know. So, I know. Ooh, that's a hit. That's a hit. That's an expensive card. Look at that, guys. All right, very nice. Coming out of the Sneaker Bunko. You got some luck today. That's a pricey card if it grades 10. We got Tifa. Tifa's actually a hit as well. So you got Tifa Hollow. You got the Boobies Girl Hollow. Here's a Hollow. You could make probably like a volume price argument. So like, okay, well, these are selling so quickly that we could take a lower margin or cut or something like that. But I don't know how strong the argument is for that, because it's not like you're buying a whole box. It's not like you're buying a whole case or anything like that. Actually, by the time volume pricing kicks in, I feel like the real case for volume pricing is probably when you're doing like a whole case of product, right? Because selling a booster box of products is actually pretty standard. There's nothing unusual about it. Let's see. Ooh. If anyone ever wants a whole case of something, though, let me know, because we can probably get you a better price. One whole case. One whole case paid for with a check or ZELLE or something like that. Then you're really talking pay by check or some other method that has no fees. Now you're really talking. There we go. We got your Nikkei Precious. Just a standard SR. And here you've got this girl, and there's like an explosion, and she's floating around. Mike, they review ladies and their abilities. What is Species Reviewer about? It's, you know, it's a fun for the whole family kind of anime, you know, wholesome. There we go, Jeff Leon, thank you so much. If we go over your order, a lot of the cards are just okay, but you get one holographic Tifa. That's nice. Wow, she's got a thin waist. And then one very sexy sneaker bunko girl, and I believe this goes for a lot of money in a 10. Last time I looked it up, it did. So let's go grab the Jeff Leon box bag. How much for a Neo Destiny case? That's too expensive for my blood. I can't do it. Here's an NHCC bag. I might actually reorganize this a little bit. Let's move this NH well, that's a fat bag too, actually. Let's move this NHCC bag over here, perhaps. Okay. Is it time, actually? I think, you know what? It's time to actually start using this little bonus box. Because we have used this Jeff Leon box before in the past. It's time to start using it now. Okay, Jeff. Here we are. This is just Jeff's. Actually, this bag is good. I like this one. This one's not overly full. We're going to go ahead and put your cards in here. There we go. All right. There we go. And what's this? Ah, a 6 bag. All right. I'm going to toss this up here. I'm going to toss this one up here. There we go. Don't let your mom watch it. You'll be grounded for a month with no nuggies. Mr. C. Tammy's message. Tammy says, did you read my note on my purchase earlier? Oh, I'm so sorry. I may not have seen the note. Let's see. Her note says, use my credit and move it all to Slabaway. Oh, yes, ma'am. Where's Tammy's card? Here it is. So there's your card. It has 121. We're going to zero it out. Do you have Skyridge case? I will buy. Yes, and I have it on sale. $100 per box because it's the year 2003 or whatever, and it's very cheap right now. Imagine you could go back to that time period. So we're going to say 185 minus 121. $64 remain. Boom. All right. All better. What did you have? You had a PSA 10 Tifa? Cool, man. All right, I got to warn you guys, we're still blasting through these orders. But we have a big one coming up from Picalomat. Mr. Picalo. Da-da-da. All right. How much for shipping? I have a lot of cards. Okay, it's a international shipment, and we have to be able to sort of get a sense of the weight. But first, let's start putting the order together. One piece OP15. Okay. OP15, and it's Japanese OP15, so it's going to be over here. Prismatic Evolutions. Ascended Heroes. Japanese EB3. Here it is. EB3. Riftbound Unleashed. Where am I going to get Unleashed? Here it is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity V. Oh, we're sold out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity V. It's still it's still on the website, but our restock hasn't arrived. So you are owed, oh, you were ordering multiples of these. Okay, hold on, wait a second. So we actually need 2 more of the EB3s. And I'll find out how much this guy is owed in a second here. So we got 3 of those now, and you wanted 2 of the Unleashed. Okay, there's 2 of the Unleashed. And then you wanted 2 Spirit Forged, which now that box is empty. Okay, good. Thank heavens for that website, huh? It does all the math for you. Now, the Rarity V is $14. So you can pick something else for $14 if you'd like. Like, for example, 2 packs of Storm Emeralda would be $14. But we're actually waiting on a restock on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity V. It just sold out last night. Please count the orders correct. Yes, we're doing that right now. Here's Fujibunko Volume 2. All right, 1 Fujibunko Volume 2. It surprises me sometimes the way it's formatted, but we got it right now. So here's Weiss Nikkei. Have no fear. People are loving the website for these like complicated grab bag orders. Okay, and 3 of the Vendettas. 1, 2, and 3. What an order, man. It's a fat order. 3 Vendettas. You would also like a Manga Booster SB01. The $50 one? Jesus. All right, you got it, man. Pricey. Here it is. Manga Booster. One Piece EB01. EB1. Wait. This was EB1. I got this mixed up, so give me a second here. He wants a single EB1, and EB3 is that girl set. All right, we got it. All right, there we go, EB3. So 3 EB3s, 1 EB1. I forget that all the time. I do that every single time. I mix these 2 sets up. EB1, EB2. Okay, so there we go. That's corrected. And now, after EB1, he wants McDonald's Dragon. I'll have to leave the room for that one. Riftbound Origin. Okay, Riftbound Origin. He would like 1 of the Japanese OP10s. Let's get an OP10 together. If I can find one real fast. OP14. What's this? Why do I have 2 boxes of this open? It looks like I need a new box of the OP10s as well. So we're going to get a new box of OP10s. We're going to get more Dragon McDonald's. Then he would like 3 of the OP17s. That's the new set. All right. We got 1, 2. And this 1 Origin Extra instead of the 2 Yu-Gi-Ohs. Sure. What are the Origins going for? They're going for 17. I can't do that. That's a more expensive item. So you have $14 of store credit. Here we are. All right, here's 1 more World's Strongest Warrior. There we go. Let's see, 4 Brown Dusts. Yes, we were just talking about those. And this is the Weiss version. Yes, it is. Okay. Weiss Brown Dust. Those were kind of pricey too, surprisingly, but we're nearly sold out of them. This Brown Dust. Dragon Ball Beyond Generations. Okay, Beyond Generations. What do you guys think of this order? Oh man, I'm gonna knock those down. I almost knocked down my graded booster packs. Hold on, let me go fix them. I gotta scoot these to the side or something. Can't be having these fall over. All right, there we go. So Picalo was waiting for this order because it's huge. So Beyond Generation, 4 Brown Dust, 3. Okay, so all we got left is the McDonald's Dragon. And what was the other item we needed to bring into the room? OP10. And then you got to decide how you'd like to spend $14. So I'll be right back. right, here we are. Woo! So, here's a fresh box of OP10. There you go. And now, one of these McDonald Dragons. Got 1, 2. We can keep $14 for the shipping cost. Okay, $14. We'll set that aside as store credit, which you can then use for your shipping. I have not checked the price of Dragon McDonald's in a long time. It's a cool set, though. All right, we've put the order together, and he's also interested in shipping. I'm going to place these with maybe Prismatic. What do you think? Prismatic? I'll place those with Prismatic. Because I got to find them again someday, next time they get ordered. All right. Now, geez Louise. What is all this? Let's get the Rift Bounds together at least. Let's get these One Pieces together. Let's get these Pokemons together. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So we got these are all going together. All right. Some Pokemons. Okay, you got some Pokemons. This is a big order. It's about $400, everybody. Dragon Ball. Some Rift Bounds. Some more Rift Bounds. And some Weiss. All right. Ha! A mere drop of money. Ready? All right. We're going to start with these Weiss Schwartz cards. Okay. Nice to see you again, by the way. What's this McDonald's Pokemon Dragon cards? Well, they're a little bit older now. They're from the yellow border time period. Here's Fujibunko. Signature? Nope. That's a good full art, though. That's a high school DxD character, right? And people seem to really care about those. Here we are. So, it's called Love Beyond Servant and Master Rios. Rios, is that her name? Okay, so that's probably a good one. Here's your brown dust, your booty butt dust. A woman with natural-sized breasts. Here we are. All natural. Here's hollow. Here we are, hollow. Do you think girls will evolve to have like larger and larger and larger boobs over time? Yes. All right. Good. And this girl with the butt. That's a rainbow hollow. Okay. And there you are. They got dragons in them. This is everything but the kitchen sink type of order. It's a lot. It shows you, we actually have a really broad variety of cards on the menu. Like, could you imagine a one of everything order? First of all, I think that'd take like 20 minutes just to put together. Maybe longer, I don't know. Probably longer than 20 minutes, maybe like 30 minutes. I've never done that before. Would you guys like that, a one of everything? What if it was truly one of everything? Like one rainbow tops, one silver tops, you know, like, that's $400 right there, just between two vintage packs. Okay. All right, so we've got Origin. Ready? We've got a hollow. Here's the boss. Here's Warwick. All right. We've got Zillion. Okay, Zillion. And that's not a hollow. Okay. Keeper of the Hammer. We also have Rengar. Okay. All right. Here's some hollows. Here's Ancient Henge. All right. Here's Void Burrower and Prodigal Explorer. All right. All right. Okay. Twilight Revealer. Grabbing all this. Here's some more holos. Heart of the Tempest and Fury Rune. There we are, Fury Rune. Here's Heart of the Tempest. And we've got Hungry Wolf, Wild Claw, and Kennen. All right. Whose order? This is a huge order for Mr. Picalomat. How about our friend Mr. Picalo? Let me do this real fast. Jump over here. All right, there we go. Now, jump it back over here. We're gonna get to the Dragon Balls now. Oh, hey, Mark, I love toilet paper. I saw it. Oh, hi, Jody, you missed out last night. Did someone say chocolate? We're gonna sneak these. All right. So here's Whiz and Go Tanks. Ooh, lovely. And here's, what do we got here? Da-da-da. We got this person doing a little crane attack. There you are. So that was your very expensive $50 Dragon Ball booster. Wow. What the crazy, dude. That has to be one of the biggest appreciations in booster pack value that I've seen from a modern set. Okay. I don't know what's going on in the world of Dragon Ball, but it's probably pretty crazy. Here's Prismatic. And here's this guy. Hold on, you're just gonna need to check your bag. Snipping this. And here's One Piece. Well, let's go ahead and open up these Pokemons. All right, so we're on to the Pokemons now. Pokemon time. I placed an order today for some more Minecraft cards. Here's Charizard. I like this Eevee too, actually. So there you go, Roaring Moon Charizard Eevee. All right. Here's Prismatic. So we got Prismatic, and it's going to hand out Amaris and some Holos. Okay, here's a little Amaris. Dragon Ball packs used to be super cheap until they remodeled them. Now they're fire. Now here is Storm Emeralda. We're always watching this because this could hand out a big Rayquaza. Okay, nothing new in that round. And here's nothing from the Ascended Heroes. Ah, Pokemon, you always hurt me. So good. Dragon Ball is weird because they have Masters and Fusion World running at the same time. It's crazy how they blew up so fast. Yeah, they blew up really fast. All right, meaning some guy out there who was like the biggest Dragon Ball fanatic might have bought a ton of like the manga boosters or something like that, and now he is seeing like a times like 6 return on them or some crazy number. All right, here we are. Snip of this. And snipping this. And we're snipping this. And we're snipping these. And finally, we're snipping this. All right. Got all of that. Oh no, my name's Jeff. Here's EB3. Oh my god, it's a manga. Here's EB3. What's this? We've got Jacket Lady. EB1. Okay, we got a little EB1. OP17, which has been a little bit popular. Yeah, people have been opening these guys. Here's this guy. No manga has been pulled out of these, by the way. I looked it up. There is a huge Gear 5 manga to pull out of here where it's like, it's Luffy and his whole crew. So this might end up being a pretty consequential set. This One Piece set might end up being a big deal. Here's a holo. And here's a holo. They're probably going to reprint it, but I don't think it's ever going to be that cheap. I think it's always going to be pretty expensive. And if you pull the chase card, you're going to be the king of social media for a second. It is. When it comes to One Piece cards, anyways. Roaring Moon. Look at these. Aren't they lovely? So that is the whole order. Wow, this is a pretty strong pull from the Weiss Schwartz group. All right. Now, you were asking about shipping. Let's take a quick look at what your shipping might look like. My first question for you would be, how many slabs do you remember having? Just give me a guesstimate, because I don't have them on hand. All right. Oh, man, this wouldn't be so heavy if I didn't have to pick it up from the very tip of my arm's reach. The further something gets away, the heavier it is. All right. Whole crew, dang, that's going to go for tens of thousands. I think it's the whole crew. Yeah, look it up if you guys haven't seen it. I've seen it on social media a couple times now. Wow, look at all this. So my first thoughts are you can reduce the cost of your shipping by sort of getting rid of any sort of like cheap holos or just basically junk that you don't want. Some people get rid of like, you know, whatever they consider to be too cheap. You could also just leave it behind. So you don't have to give it away, but you just leave it behind here. And then what we do is we pull all your hits together and just ship the hits. But based off of this right here, I would guess that your shipping is around $80 and you would receive 2 separate boxes. That's how we would do it. Unless you also have a lot of shipping slabs. If you have a lot of slabs too, it could be 120 and we would do 3 separate boxes. It's AOG. It's Luffy and Rocks as the main character for OP17. I don't think that one is from OP17. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Let's add a couple more to this baggie here. So some holos are not super valuable. And every time you drop a pound of them, it saves you a decent chunk. I also have slabs and probably more boxes. Are you saying you have sealed boxes? Oh, you're saying you have another box. Okay, wait a second. Let me go. Do you really? There's a Kendo Pelor box. Wait, didn't Kendo Pelor order shipping? That means he's got more to ship than just that. All right, so we do have a double box for you right here. Let's check over here. So here, oh, Pacalomat. There we go, Pacalomat. Okay, let's see. What's this? Pacalomat. You are correct. Boy, you got a lot over here, bro. Patrick, Nicholas, Phillips. And you said you do have slabs as well. Okay. What's this? Pat Gibbs, Philippe, Pat Lucas, Patrick, Pokedama, and what's this box over here? All the bulks leading into this. Okay. Quentin Williams or something? All right. Wow, my arm. All right, you are correct. You just got tons, dude. You got tons and tons and tons. So what you could do, you could order like a bag sort for all your stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like 25 bucks for the bag sort though. Yeah, maybe that's not worth it. Maybe just ship it. We could try to concentrate all your stuff down into just hits and just ship you the hits. And then we could put all your like holographic cards into a box and just store it on a shelf for now. Other than that, I mean, just looking at it, at least $120 for shipping. It's going to be 3 separate $40 shipments. That's how we do it. We like to do that actually because it has a lot to do with declarations. So if you put a lot of value into a single box that ships, it changes the way the declarations work because you can only declare up to $300 before it becomes like a high value declarations. high value declarations, you have to fill out like a government form, not just a shipping form, but a government form to let the government know that you're shipping this super expensive item so that it can like track it or something, I guess. So we avoid doing that by splitting your cards into multiple boxes. And then we try to keep the declarations on the cheap side too. So like, for example, I don't know what you paid to open all this, but now that it's open, now that these are raw cards, we're not going to try and declare it for the price of a booster pack. We're going to declare it for, you know, the value of a bag full of raw cards. So we try to keep your prices down, and we try to keep the boxes small. That's our shipping strategy these days. Yeah, government, stay out of my cards. Yeah, well, you know, again, after about $300, the government starts to ask, so what's in that box? Is it really expensive? I don't like that whole form that they want you to fill out. It's a lot. All right. We try to keep it cheap. We try to declare it in a way that's fair and keeps your taxes low. But we can't declare it as a gift. We can't declare it as like zero. We can't declare it like it's $40. We can't do anything like that. It would be, you know, it would be lying basically. Let's grab all this. But yeah, I mean, what's this bag worth? It's a bag of hollows with a couple of hits in it. So maybe the bag's not that expensive actually. Can you find my hit bag and check how many slabs I have? Then we just do shipping costs on Discord. So you're saying you got even more than that. Your hits bag, huh? Well, the hits bag could be hidden in the box that we just put away. What's this? Here's a Patrick Brady. So the hits bag could be... Oh, is he saying... Okay, yeah, so let's go grab your box again then. Pacalamat, 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 Pacalamat. Hits! There it is. This is the baggie that we call the hits bag. You want to see what was in it? We must have done a sorting back then. Oh, that's cool, man. Textured ones, huh? So you were opening tons of product. You're thinking maybe just ship this one hits bag out, maybe. Is that what you're thinking? Because if you want, we can sort through more of the products and try to get it concentrated into this hits bag. Did you pull any hits this time around? I would say the redheaded girl was a hit, yeah. The redheaded girl, wherever we just put her. I don't know where we just put her. Yeah, you could probably ship this and the slabs together. Yes. All right, so you think about that and... I mean, you probably have more hits scattered throughout these, like Capsicid. Yeah. Okay, and what slabs I had, if you don't mind checking. I do kind of mind checking. I have to run down there to go check them. Do you remember? Is it like 5 or 6 of them? I mean, we can go check. It's just I got to go run and go grab it. Here it is. What I normally do, well, yeah. Okay, let me put this away first. I don't really want to do that in the middle of the stream. We lose viewers if I leave for a while. We are. I gotta have like an official ruling for how we do international shipping. You know, can you stop the whole stream? There's a line of people who want their stuff open right now, just like you. It is. So let me go grab. I think I might grab another box for these, or can we just continue storing them in the P box? Actually, we might be able to just store these in the P box for the moment. Patrick Lim. All right, Nicholas. I'm going to move those over here, and then I'm going to actually start putting it back into the P box for now. We're going to move to the next order. You start talking to me in Discord about shipping. We are. I'm not going to run down and grab the slabs at the moment. This is taking too long. We are. So let's get a payment in for shipping. We know you got a lot, so we need a payment for like 40 or 80 or 120, depending on how much you want shipped or the style. We can do a situation where we just ship your hits, or we ship it all, anything you want. And then when you initiate that, I'll have Miss Alexis grab all the slabs, okay? So she'll grab the slabs for me. But let's move on to the next order, because this order is starting to take like a half hour. We've got Darwin Morales. He's been waiting 54 minutes. Wait, we already... Wait, was that today? That was today. Wow. All right, Darwin Morales. I got to start processing some of these. We are. I hate to say it because... we're actually behind. The queue can't be an hour long. I'm Darwin. I'm saving for Manga Robin. Ooh. OP18, you say. So we better get maybe like a whole bonus round of that. All right, there we go. I sent for shipping as well before you end the stream, says Mr. Ivan. All right, Mr. Ivan. Mr. Darwin. Mr. Pat Gibbs. Power Rangers pack. All right, that's the new box. You get the first pack out of it. This. Mr. Pat, it's your turn right now. I hope he's still watching. He actually waited a while for this. Yeah, usually we don't have such a long wait time, but I guess today's Friday. Fridays can be pretty busy. There we go. Oh, these have a feeling to them. Do they all have that? Huh. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm very curious about this. Here it is. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Power Foil card and Power Cap per pack. You ready? All right. Let's go ahead and snip this. Okay. Yeah, let's get this line moved a little bit. Darwin, you can send in for shipping or talk to me on Discord, or when the queue is cleared up, then I'll have a chance to step away from the screen. There we go. What do we got in here? Oh, crazy. They came with like this little, well, that's sticky. They came with this little cap, huh? Oh, wow. Well, this is, okay, how they doing? They're coming apart nicely. They're not actually doing damage to each other when you pull them apart. We've never seen these before. This is our first time seeing this. This is season 1, by the way, everybody. Season 1. Oh, that is a little bit sticky, but it appears to have no problem, no effect on the card. Better than Topps. Look at that. And wow, that's nice. It's got texturing to it. Whoa, man, that's crazy. What the hell? All right, that's for Pat Gibbs. Pat, careful. You're going to cause everybody to open these. It is. They each have a token. He probably doesn't care. Who doesn't care? Thoughts on the Grand Theft Auto gameplay that dropped? Did it convince you to play it? We talked about that last night because I watched it last night. I was surprised it was 30 minutes long. So I was really surprised by that. And I thought it looked hyper-realistic. I thought it looked like a really well-made game. Those were my actual thoughts. Like, I don't personally get excited for, like, playing, like, okay, kill the cops and move drugs around. Like, it's not like a fantasy I'm trying to experience. But I can see how someone else could really enjoy that because it's so well made. And I liked all the realism. Like, one of the things that stood out to me was, like, all the fat people. I was like, oh, yeah, everybody's fat today. So I just thought it was really realistic. I noticed, like, the customization. And one of the things that stood out to me was when he started driving, he just broke all the rules. That looked really fun. I think that's, like, a classic Grand Theft Auto thing to sort of break all the highway rules. So that looked fun. You know, yeah, it just looked like they worked really hard on it. I noticed you could play the girl or the boy, so you get to swap between them. That's what it looked like to me. And there were probably a bunch of... all right, so that's Pat Gibbs. There was probably a lot of Easter eggs from the previous game in there, if I had to bet. It looked fun. It did. I didn't have anything negative to say about it. I got to sneeze, man. The team card is on the top 5 hits from this box. Ooh, nice, dude. So he pulled that team card, and it's a good card. I'm sort of the opposite. I don't care for the hyper-realism. If I wanted that, I'd go outside. Well, you know, games in general are just going to keep getting more and more and more and more realistic. What made, like, Call of Duty so successful, for example, was the fact that it was hyper-realistic. So Call of Duty is built on that. And, you know, games are sort of like an illusion that let you experience a fantasy that you've never had before. We were talking a little existential last night. We were talking about what is the cost to society if a gaming company ever makes a video game that's too good. It's so good, everyone does nothing but play it. What is the cost to society? If everyone plays a video game for thousands of hours and does nothing else, and they're eating junk food and they're laying on their couch, they're not having sex, they're not making relationships, they're not spending time with family, they're not working on their career, they're just playing a really, really well-made game. Like, let's say at some point, someone makes the ultimate game and no one can stop playing it. It's that good. What is the cost? And I thought that was really interesting because as I was watching it, I was like, wow, video games are getting better and better over time. Like, there's going to be a point where we reach that, like, perfect dopamine experience. And is that even a good thing? It's kind of a weird thought, because as a video gamer, I love well-made games, but what happens when the games are too good? All right, next up, Jesus Aguilera, $40 to Slab away. All right, I got to keep this moving because there's a very bad wait time. Let me go ahead and click mark in red. Let me jump over here. Let's see. 40 to Slab away a pack. I got you. Okay. 40 to Slab away a pack from the Plasma Freeze. Let's try not to make any mistakes. Keep an eye on me, okay? Because I got multiple things going on in my head. One pack of Naruto Tops. So over here, we're going to say Jesus Aguilera, 740, 720. 720 remains. Thank you for that. And then a pack of the Naruto Tops. Let's grab that as well. Naruto Tops. Ooh. People already lose their lives on Grand Theft Auto online servers. Yeah, it was an interesting futurism thought. Like, maybe one day with the help of AI, we're going to make video games that are so addictive. It's like, you know, it's like fentanyl or something. You know, it's something you never really thought of as a deep problem, but imagine one day video games are that good. They're like pure addiction. And it makes you wonder, like, well, humans still have to like work out. We still have to get jobs. We still have to make a girlfriend and have a family. You are? You ready? And so maybe part of the decline of society could be, you've got what? It's the fifth gate. A splendid ninja is born. Okay, this pack won't have a holo in it, I think, but you can still get good non-holos like Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi. Here's Itachi Uchiha. There could be this point where society's kind of fallen apart because we have these forms of entertainment. That's really all it is. It doesn't have any true material value playing the video game, right? This is like something my dad would have told me, and I always disagreed with him on it. You know Yamanaka? So, but imagine the entertainment is so pure, so good, that you have no hope to do anything else because it's all you want. The only thing you want is the Matrix. You want to be in the Matrix. You don't want to be in the real world. And this kind of goes in the same categories like AI girlfriends, right? Like, okay, I don't want a real girlfriend anymore. I want my sex robot and my AI interface. And it's kind of spooky, but so that's what I was thinking about when I saw that trailer. I was like, this is getting too good. I was like, these games are getting way too fun. What are we going to do about it if we reach a point where no one wants to do anything but game? And back when I was a kid, I didn't think that would really be a problem. I didn't think that would be something to be concerned about. And now I'm watching that trailer going, no, this is really good. So obviously, it just gets better from here probably, you know, like games. And it's been a while since we've had a good game, though, I guess you could argue. Like, they haven't been releasing a lot of good games in the last, I want to say like last 2 years maybe. But this would probably be a very big popular game. Hopefully the next Pokemon's really good too. Man, Mr. T was at an eBay Live Expo and dude straight up preached and told great stories for half an hour. Such a great dude. Mr. T was there? That's cool, man. Put you in a VR headset? Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, who said Ben 10? That was a good cartoon show. Mister, all you had to do was follow the dang train. That's right. What? Wolverine will suck. Did you see the boss fight that copied Ben 10? That's when robots take over. Wolverine extended trailer drop today. All right, so I'm going to focus. So sorry for your pack of Naruto that didn't have a holo in it. Maybe the next pack has a holo. We're going to go ahead and delete all of these. I'm a little worried that we're very, 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 very busy. Let me respond to this message real fast, okay? I'm going to respond to a message. Okay, give me a second. All right, give me a second. All right. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Give me a second on this. Oh, okay, let me close this. There we go. And okay, he wants pictures of his stuff. Okay, wait a second. All right, there we go. All right, just answering some messages there. Now, whew, Mr. Carlos Sura, he sent 59 minutes ago, Crown Zenith pack. Sorry for the wait, man. Thanks for the order. All right, here it is, Mr. Carlos. Cue the put the fries in the bag, bro. I want to play Godzilla. I hope there is a trans character in Wolverine since Sweet Baby Incorporated helped it. What? All right, Carlos Sura. There we go. Oh my gosh, one of the weekly events we can have on the stream is Drag Queen Day. Remember, we're trying to pick an event to host in the stream, right? Here's Meowth, Leafeon. There we go. I just got to get Cheese to dress up as a girl. I don't know how to do that. There you go. Boop. Teasing. All right, Mr. Carlos, let's go find your bag. Carlos Sura. Your baggie might be in the back a little bit. It's nice to see you again, like I was saying earlier. Aha, your baggie says 12/25. So your bag expires on 12/26. That means you want a round of shipping by November, okay? Other options include update the date on the bag for $5, but, you know, if you're going to spend $5, you might as well ship. TCC, I sent a Discord message about my double cyber weight. It should only be the Lego one. Yeah, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So the other one's probably already paid off and I never removed it. All right, Team Rocket Grunt, send a penny. Let me get one spot in the Tyranitar sublist. All right, give me a second. So, he's got a little store credit to spend, a little store credit. Fridays are always way busier, man. Oh, right, that's now a completed card. So you got that one right there. Who's that Pokemon on the table? I think Who's That Pokemon's pretty good. Who's that Pokemon? Do-do-do. I think if people learn to sort of anticipate the Who's That Pokemon competition, it will get like busier and busier. But so that one's a pretty obvious one. That could be our tournament if we wanted. All right, TRG on 8. Take a look at this sublist. 2 spots left, Mega Tyranitar. Then also, he wants 2 live customs and the rest on slab away. 2 live customs. All right, good luck. These are the live customs. They cost $25 each, and they give you a chance for an instant slab. We got 1 and 2. 2 cold ones. I'm sorry. That sucks. You've had some good luck in there too, though. Sorry. All right, now, the rest is slab away. So what that really is 90 minus 112, $22. Team Rocket Grunt, let's go take care of that. Now we're going to go to slab away, Team Rocket Grunt. We're going to say 561 minus 22 is 539. Boom, all right. Boop. Okay. I guess we could have hosted a break on that Alakazam. He was break worthy. One Piece break, $25. Naked Girls Talk, $80. This is the free slab. Who's got the crown? Alex, you've got the crown. Look at this. All right, you got it. You know what? We should have 2 giveaways. One should be called the crown giveaway, and every time it rotates to the front, we should add somebody onto it. There's Patrick. All right, Patrick. That's Fishnet Patrick. These SpongeBob cards are hitting new high prices, if you didn't know that. All right, we have an order. Ivan Rodriguez. Shipping. I forgot slabs only, please. I save money for you. Can do TCC slabs on my cards. Can you do TCC slabs on? Are you asking if I can do grading for you? Like, are you asking if I can encapsulate with Cardconomist grading for you? You know, that's a very clever idea, Ivan. I don't know if you've thought about this, because you actually enjoy collecting Cardconomist slabs. Did you know you can still actually grade with us? It's not truly shut down. It's just a lot slower than it used to be, and it's expensive. So a Cardconomist grade right now is $40 per card. So yeah, it's a little pricey, but we still do it, okay? So it's still an option. Mister, let me in on that Tyranitar sublist with my credit. Yes, I can do that. I can't let you take the spot from someone else if they already sent for it, okay? That's the only thing I have to say. Let me go ahead and make this Ivan Rodriguez label. I thought Mr. put my name on that poker card. Which poker card? Okay, Mr. Ivan's going to do a little round of shipping here. I like you, Mr. Ivan. You're actually really helpful. I don't know how many slabs you got. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a heavier label anyways. No, I don't want you to send my bag because I'm saving money for you to grade my cards. Oh, I get it now. You said keep the bag over here. Perfect. Sounds good, man. Man, I'm so tempted to bring that encapsulator upstairs. Maybe I should just do it because, you know, we're going to be here. I anticipate that we're going to be in this lake house for like another 5 months, 6 months. I don't think we're going anywhere for a while. We're starting to save up to move, but I'm not you know, we're not going to move out tomorrow. Boy, it is beautiful out there, man. I went outside today. We're getting that fall weather. We're starting to feel it. It's a little cooler. It's not as hot as July, not as hot as August. Man, it is beautiful in Lake of the Ozarks. It is too bad. It is so sad that they did not do the no taxes. All right, maybe we keep this house and just visit it sometimes. But I don't know. I don't want to fly all the way out here. It's kind of, and then you got to drive too, you know. So, okay, so slabs only for you. Ivan Rodriguez. Penny message. Jonathan, it is a busy day, so if you ever are concerned about not getting in line for like an item, I do recommend the penny message. All right, so let's see. Please make sure Alexis shipped out my stuff today. Can you include the Toted Out Poker Ace 10 and Nami from the table in consignment? All right, so you would like to remove some cards from consignment. Okay, and the other one is the Nami from the table. So, Mommy Nami. I remember you have a bag, and we put the label in the bag. And so I could probably stuff these in there. You don't take vacations, Law. When would you visit? Yeah, that's a great point, too. Like, when would I actually come out here? I don't know. Maybe we would come out here to see her parents or something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's true. I don't really get up and go anywhere. I stay really close to my cards so I can protect them. And let's see. Here's Graham Dean Cousins, 10 OP 17s. Mr. Graham, all for the Graham. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we got 10 of these. I need to look ahead and see if anyone ordered for the sub list. He didn't. All right, we're jumping over here. I've always been attracted to the poker cards. They're pretty cool. All right, so I need to check some of these as well. Jeff's been waiting a while. Sorry, Jeff. Don't worry. We're going to get you soon. KD and Rust. Pacalamat. Wow, Pacalamat's got another big order coming up. Oh, my God. Crazy, dude. We got to go fast, man, because we don't want the wait time to turn into an hour wait time. I try to avoid that. All right, so Jonathan Lewandowski going on the sub list now because there was no one else doing it. Did you say you had a store credit in here? Maybe it wasn't in here. Maybe it's in the box itself. Ah, we found the missing waifus. That was solved. That says Chris Abruzzo. That was the order from earlier. Can you explain, Mr. Jonathan Lewandowski, how you have store credit? Can you remind me? Did I not write it down? There's Jacob Chickering. Man, this bag has got really old stuff in it. All right, I should have 40 from not sending out the mocks the other night. $40 from not sending out the mocks. I don't understand that either. 40. Oh, because it was going to be that you were going to grade with BGS, but BGS does not actually have grading open. Was that it? BGS was closed. Wouldn't that have been $30? I don't remember. So I'll put you down. Take a look into that. Make sure it wasn't 30. Okay, I'll put you down as John Lou. All right. It is Graham. So one spot left on the Mega Tyranitar sub list, everybody. Okay. I look at the manga as Noki 17. That Pirate Crew manga is genuinely unique. Pirate Crew manga. Did you guys hear that? So this is probably going to sell through. This is a good set. All right, throwing that away. What do we have now? We've got a holo. We've got, ooh, we got an SR of this guy. Wow, that was really vibrant. Here's a holo. You're looking like a dragon girl. Here's this angry mama, grandma. Lindsay Clancy couldn't have killed her kids. She's a Leo. Here's Kaido, or whoever that is. It's not Kaido. There's a girl. Here's an old man. I really don't know these characters. I'm so sorry. There's Shanks. And here's, hey, you got a leader card. And it's this crazy looking leader. I'm going to go back to make videos using Mr. TCC Slabs and add his link to YouTube. There we go. That'd be cool. Greek lady, check the TCC Discord for possible slabs too. All right. Very good. I'm a Taurus. All of the treats are a lie. There we go. You know, if you ever got good at video editing, which it is a skill, it takes practice. It's kind of like making music, or it's kind of like cooking a meal. You ever get good at video editing, we could set you up on a secondary Cardconomist channel, like one to the side, and you could try reposting some content. Okay, so that's Graham Dean Cousins. All right, Mr. Graham. It's very time-consuming, though, and it doesn't pay much until maybe you reach a certain level of skill. I've always kind of wanted to have another editor. I think editors are actually really important for what we do. And I myself need to be producing more content. Content's really one of the most important things of what we do. He said no bag, didn't he? Oh my gosh, he said no bag. All right, let me create a new bag for you. Thank you, Mr. Graham Dean Cousins. Here it is. I would love to learn. Which editing program should I learn? So editing, I learned how to edit many years ago when I started the Gameconomist channel. I was editing things on Microsoft, like movies or something like that. It's really terrible software. And then one day there was this YouTuber who was putting out Dark Souls videos with like synthwave music, and it was highly edited, and I was really inspired, and I thought that was really cool. So one day I took the very little amount of money I had left, and I bought a higher level laptop. I bought an editing laptop. And then I immediately started teaching myself how to edit on YouTube. And the software I used was an Adobe software called Adobe Premiere. There it goes. So I started learning Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere, and it wasn't until I actually started getting good at it that my videos started getting views. So you know, that's just how it is nowadays. You gotta have some skill. It's a combination of skills, understanding the editing software, but also understanding what do people actually want to see? Like what do people stick around and watch? So it's a combination of things. And then so I watched these guys make really good content. I said I could do that. So I started making video after video after video after video of, like, you know, improvement in my editing skills. And I still wasn't getting any views. I wasn't getting like lots of views, but my views were going up. They really were. So there was like these novice videos I was putting out. You could see me, I would apply like some new trick I'd learned. Then there's just one day I unlocked the true skill, which is understanding the whole thing's got to be entertaining. It's not just like the mechanics of editing, but like how do I entertain? How do I get like this high octane, pure dopamine feel from beginning to end in the video? That's very hard to do. That's the trick to editing, and it's a skill, and some people can do it. If you have more time to dedicate to it, you have a better chance of pulling it off. You know, if you're trying to do it very quickly and just post something really fast, well, then it's not going to be very good. But yeah, the better you get at it, the better, you know, your views are going to be. And that pays. That's a job. Javier Arroyo, what's up, Mr. One Live Custom Shipping. I have slabs, like 2 or 3. My bag, and I see you found a bag of hollows of mine. Thank you, mister. No problem. All right, so here we go. There's always bags somewhere. So One Live Custom and Shipping. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used DaVinci Resolve for mine. When I got that laptop, that's a cold one. I'm sorry. When I got that laptop, next thing I did was I went to Pirate Bay and I stole a cracked version, offline version of Adobe Premiere. And I actually used that cracked offline version of Adobe Premiere all the way to 130,000 subscribers. But I was so poor I couldn't afford Adobe Premiere at that point. Now I can afford it. I can afford it pretty easily now. So, you know, if I had to do it again, I'd just go buy their product. And, you know, it's a good product. I'd recommend them. All right, so Javier, a little bit of shipping, he said. Let's grab a box for you. What kind of box do we want? I know you got a fat little bag over there, a little fatty. Mr. uses crack, clip it. Research papers have been done on dopamine, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Yeah, I mean, entertainment is about like delighting. It's like a stand-up comedian. Why is it some stand-up comedians can get up on the stage and say stuff that keeps you sitting there listening, and then other comedians don't? There is some science to it. We don't know exactly how to make it, but it's like you have to introduce them to something delightful. They have to have something they've never seen or heard before. Something new, something fresh, something shocking, something impressive. The biggest this, the best that. I reviewed the worst hotels in Las Vegas. Is this the biggest Pokemon card pull in history? You know, some sort of gimmicky thing like that. Jeff. All right, Jeff. A couple slabs, heavy little box. All right. It's a kind of work. So everyone can desire to make good content, but only people willing to sit down and do the work ever make it, because it really is a kind of work. So you might be creative, you might be entertaining, you might have a good sense of what a good piece of content is. But if you're not willing to edit a video nonstop for like 8 hours a day, you lose. Some guy is, probably got autism. He has no girlfriend and autism, and he sits there with his laptop and he goes, and that was me basically is what I'm saying. That was me in the past, you know, editing for like 8 hours is not much. I would edit for like 12 to 16 hours. I was crazy on the TheCardconomist. Of course, I did have a girlfriend, but Karis didn't really get to see me. She still doesn't get to see me. But, you know, so I would sit there and I would edit for like 12 hours over the weekend, and we wouldn't go anywhere or do anything. And that was it. It's a trade, really. Mr. Wrong Person. What? Wrong bag. I'm not Jeff. Oh, my bad, dude. We're having this conversation. I'm busy grabbing the wrong bags, everybody. My bad. You know what? That's so weird that I did that, because last night I put Jeff's stuff into a new box and I told myself this is the perfect amount to ship. And then when you ordered shipping, I said, yes, one of the very important people in my stream would like to ship now, and his name starts with J. So my brain grabbed Jeff's stuff like a doofus. But I'm trying to carry on a conversation at the same time. You know, the funny thing is I printed the correct label. All right, so let me put this over here, and let's grab Mr. Javier's stuff. Here you go, Mr. Javier. So we got this here. Now, you said I found a bonus bag. Oh, that's what did it. When you said that I found an extra bag of yours, a bag of hollows, that's what did it, because we were looking for Jeff's stuff last night, and I was pulling multiple bags out of an overflow. That's what did it. That's what triggered it, because I was recalling last night. All right. I legit almost had a heart attack. No, you would have been good, man. It would have been okay. So let's see. I don't want to glaze over how annoying and frustrating it would be to misship somebody's stuff, but what I'm trying to say is you're a good person and Javier's a good person, so that's what I mean by that. So, you know, he would be like, hey, I got this guy's stuff, and then he will return it. So I have this one bag, but I don't have a bonus bag of hollows. It is. Hold on, let me see. Who was it that said that? Wrong bag, wrong person. Is this everything? Is this correct? Let me go ahead and get the label into this bag, okay? I've already accepted my fate as uncle. Everybody, Mr. asked us to keep him straight. We are failing. Yeah, that's right. I'm feeling you had it to the side. Okay, so we what? Found a bag of yours to the side. Let's take a look. That's a Team Rocket Grunt bag. Team Rocket Grunt, did you want this going out with your slabs, by the way? Sarah Dusenberry. Here's a Jonathan Lewandowski. Jonathan Cham. Jonathan Gordon. I just checked these overflow boxes. Here's Sarah Dusenberry, NHCC, Jeff Leon, Nicholas Lloyd. Oh, here it is. You're right. There it is. One little baggie of hollows. Okay, very good. Must not have fit into your box earlier. And so I took your cheap little hollows and said, well, they're just some cheap little hollows. So set these out of the way. Okay, cool. So let's put this back into order now. So this goes here. Yeah, shrimp my bag. Shrimp your bag. All right, so we'll send the bag out too. Ooh, so I'm trying to think. That was a label you got for free, wasn't it? Was it a label you got for free? Let me grab this. Okay, I'll go add it over there. Okay, we'll put it over here. All right. It was a label you got for free after we realized some of your slabs were still over here. Wasn't that right? All right, so we got these together. List a few laptops you can get under $600. Now, I would say if you wanted to get into editing, it's got to be around $2,000. That's the starting price. There you go, Jeff. There you go, Javier. We got all your cards here. Just Javier's cards and Javier's sticker. All right, there you go. Sorry about the scare there. All good. All right. All good. Now, Team Rocket Grunt sends $30 for a double snipe. One live, one Poke Shuffle. Here goes. Today's a very scary day to have a lot of re-rolls. Be right back to my mom's. You got Basculin. Okay. So no Super Snipe come out of the live customs that time. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, okay. So no 25 minutes of re-rolls this time, unfortunately. There it is. So the baggie we just set out to ship, that was not all of your raw cards. But I think that so here you got this, and you've got this too. So this is what I was thinking about when I mentioned the nature of the label. So I believe we created a label to ship out a couple slabs that had not gone out in the first round, but the price of the label was cheap to only ship a light amount of cards. If you also wanted all these going out, you have to remind me, did you buy a label? Because this will require more postage to ship all of this as well. Please include my bag. So we included the small bag, but there's 2 more bags. We would have to print an expensive label to ship all of that. Did you pay for a label? Because that would be a new round of shipping from your future orders, right? All right. So the next person to go, you ready? Sorry for the long wait here, guys. So the next person to go is Jeff Leon, and he says, One English OP16. Okay, let's grab that OP16. It is. OP10 Royal Blood. I think we need a new box of Royal Blood. So give me a second. I'm going to go grab a fresh box of Royal Blood, everybody. All right, here we are. There we go. For editing, you want a good CPU and RAM. You need a graphics processor that's really good. Patrick said mods, seriously. Anything we can help you with there, Patrick? Here we are. That's OP10. Now, Dreamlike Oceans. Blissful Eternity. These are all just one, right? Yeah. Fujibunko Volume 2. We just got a fresh baggie of that. Good. Sneaky Bunko Volume 2. Sneaky Bunko. Okay, here we are. What? Well, wait. Why did we time out Ivan? For 86,000 seconds? No, that's too long. What was he wanting help with? What did Ivan... So, Ivan, that was too long, 86,000 seconds. And then, what did he need help with? I thought someone needed... Did he need help with something? Mr. Patrick, I'm not sure if you did anything wrong there. What did I do? It says that you... Oh, there was somebody being hidden that I can't even see. Oh, that's crazy. That's funny. So there was moderation that was going on for someone I couldn't even see. Okay. So that must have been what Patrick was referencing. Okay. Was that an accident? Yeah, I think you might have accidentally timed out Patrick for a long time. Sorry, Patrick. We didn't want that to happen, Patrick. Yeah, somebody must have been getting like moderated that we couldn't even see. Oh, yeah, okay. There was some guy dropping like the N-word. Patrick, so sorry, man. You must have accidentally been grabbed. That, that happens. I've done that before, actually. All right, we'll see you soon, Mr. Patrick, okay? We'll see you soon. Okay, now let's see. Azure Lane Volume 2. He was just noticing that there was somebody in here being bad. Okay, that's Azure Lane Volume 2. Is that the correct one? Yeah, that's in English. All right, and then the ReZero, that's going to be over here. That's so funny. The YouTube chat is so good at filtering these days. Oshinoko. Let's see, where's our Oshinoko? I stay on Top Chat. I like Top Chat. Here we are. Probably this, right? Yeah, here we are. There we go. All right. So we've got, and then Nikkei. Patrick's a, what do you call that? What do you call it when a citizen gets hurt in the middle of like combat with an actual criminal? He's a, there's a term for that. A casualty. Patrick's a casualty today. All right, so let's take a look. OP16, OP10, Dreamlike Ocean, Blissful, Fujibunko 2, Sneaker Bunko 2, Azure Lane 2, ReZero, Oshinoko, Nikkei. Perfect. All right, we got it all. All right. We'll close this. And let's grab all these. He's a casualty of war. Let's snip this up. Snipping this. Sneeping these. Ready? Innocent bystander. Yeah. Okay. Friendly fire. Yeah, he's a friendly fire. It's funny. Put that there. All right, put this here. Put this here. Jeff Leon, appreciate the big orders today, Mr. Jeff. Good luck with it. What do we got? We've got some hollows. OP16. Imagine you just casually open one pack of one of these One Piece sets and you pull an actual manga out. That'd be wild. All right. Here's Nikkei. We were having a conversation about what laptop to get. And so what you want to do is you could probably ask AI to search for an affordable video editing laptop. And it's going to pick out something for you that has like a good graphics processor. I think a graphics processor is really important. So that's going to be one of the big ones. Lots of memory. We are. Okay. I recommend also getting a laptop with a large enough screen. You don't want like one of those mini laptops because you want to actually see what you're editing. We are. Oh, I used a laptop to do editing. I guess the other thing is you could use a desktop. So you can use a desktop for editing. Yeah, editing's a cool job. It's a stay-at-home kind of job. That's what's so neat about it. And the sky's the limit, really. If you're extremely good at curating content and at editing it into something digestible, you know, you could get paid pretty well to do that because it scales, basically. Like, you know, if you can post videos that are getting 1 million views, well, your income's going up. Just the ad revenue alone. So your income's going up, and all of a sudden, you're posting valuable videos. You're able to make money off of that. It is good. I only like using laptops. Yeah, laptops are nice because you can like lay on the couch and work and shift your body around. Editing takes a long time sometimes, but you know, some people use desktops because they got really strong hardware in them. Okay, Mr. Jeff, I would say not a super hot round this time. Not a super hot round. And where do we put your bag latest? Your latest bag. 6 NHCC, NHCC. So your latest situation is most of your bags are in that box. I'm going to create a small bag for you, a simple bag, and put it right next to me, okay? All right, Jeff. We could technically have a Jeff box, I think, up on the J shelf because nowadays the J boxes are not as busy. Did you know that? It used to be a time period where the J boxes were way overflowing. Right now, the big overflows are in the M's and the N's. So we're dealing with that right now. The M's and the N's are way overflowing. All right. And take your time with the videos like me when I just posting just cuz. Sometimes it's a good idea to take your time with them. Sometimes it's better to get them done fast. It just really depends. Like, the truth is, you want to get something that works, something that gets a lot of views, and then you want to be able to put that out quickly. You want to be able to generate one of those quickly. So you got to have like techniques that you memorize and just get faster and more efficient with. All right, so Jeff is done. KD and Rust. So here's KD and Rust, and he's got 2 pitch. Can I keep all Mankeys? Yes, you can. So 2 pitch black and 1 crimson. All right, 2 pitch black and 1 crimson. Crimson Invasion. Where did I put that? We just had, oh, there it is. All right, Crimson Invasion. Good. My dad's a computer engineer and an engineer in WTF. I can't remember. Your dad's a computer engineer. So we'll go ahead and snip this. And we'll snip these. All right. All right. Good. Ready? Dino. Hello and Geodude. Remoraid. Aaron. Star U. Starly. And Wigglytuff. I love the Wigglytuff. Adorable card, man. You know, if you can get this non-hollow Wigglytuff to grade 10, I think it's still valuable. editing is time consuming, but you can't go into it with your eyes rolled back and ho-hum, blah. Here it is. When I did editing for TheCardconomist, my other channel, those videos would get 100,000 views pretty regularly. They all did pretty well. And I'd sit down, and it was a complex process where I had like an idea of what I needed to make, and then I needed to start generating content. So I'd turn the game on and I'd start playing it in order to generate pieces of content. I'd have a video capture software running the whole time, and what would happen is I would make note of when the video software caught something valuable. So if it caught something valuable, I might end the video, and then this would save a file on my computer with the long string of numbers, but then I would retitle it, hitting Safajiva with the head with greatsword or something like that, right? And so I knew that my piece of content was at the very end of that video, because that's when I hit the stop button, is when the good thing occurred. And then I would put it into the video editing software and crop everything else out of there, so that just the pure, concentrated, good piece of content could be watched. And so, or maybe it was informative information, stuff like that. There was B-roll footage. That's where you take a piece of footage that's just meant to be watched passively, like it's not very important, but it still needs to be like eye-fetching, and then, you know, you would conversate over it and teach or you know, share an opinion. Here it is, Katie and Rust. Like, you know, for example, the fact that the lance is the worst weapon. No, I'm just kidding. So, but anyways, you would share an opinion or teach or something like that, and you'd have B-roll footage. You'd have A-roll footage where that's the actual critical pieces of information or really fantastic moments, and you'd kind of split it throughout. You couldn't just have pure hot moments. If you're teaching, you needed to spread it out with slower moments that let your brain kind of settle. But, you know, another thing that was a large component. Did you need a new bag? He said keep all Mankeys. I didn't check the pitch black for Mankeys. Let me check the pitch black for Mankeys. Give me a second here. Hold on. Okay, no Mankeys for you. I'm sorry, Katie and Rust. I need a new bag. All right, very good. Anyways, I always did this thing where every single video I would edit in my own music. So I would choose popular video game music that wasn't from Monster Hunter. And I felt that kind of broke up the monotony, because if you just had to listen to more Monster Hunter music, and let's be honest, it's not the best music, but if you just had to listen to more Monster Hunter music, you'd get tired of it. So I'd have some sort of like, you know, like delta wave calm music playing in the background, just something entertaining, something peaceful. And that was a critical design for me that I'd learned back in the Dark Souls days from that guy who liked using synthwave music in his edits. And so I said all of my videos should have good music. So my taste in music was part of my design. But then also, again, there was text playing the whole time. So at the top of the video, I would have text, like kind of like a headliner, a subliner, and if there was a list needed, a list would come on the screen. So I didn't just talk. There would be like a headliner that would line up with the thing I'm saying, that would sometimes package it into some kind of neat, easy to memorize piece of information, or maybe it would add context to what I'm saying. So, you know, so people knew what part of the video they were on, because it would be split almost into chapters, and the headliner would give them what chapter they're on. So part 3, it'd just be at the top of the screen, part 3, how to, you know, optimize your weapon, or blah, 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 you know, whatever it was. So for me, putting text on the screen and music in the video was very important. I mean, it was like you did not put out a video without those two things. You had to. And then how many times did we cut into a new piece of footage? Well, I would cut into a new piece of footage every, I don't know, I want to say like 3 to 25 seconds. So you didn't want to play the same piece of content for too long, because it was boring. People like to watch, you know, cuts into new scenes very often. They want to see you actually showing what you're talking about. So if you watch a video and people just put their face on screen and they talk, boring as hell. But if they start putting what they're talking about on screen, that's entertaining. You go, now I understand, now I can follow it. All right, that's done. Thank you, Mr. KD and Rust. Pacalomat with an extremely large $400 order, and he's talking about getting some shipping done soon. He wants 5 of the EB3s. 5 of them. This is one of the biggest orders of today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, welcome back, Pacalo. So you need to see your slabs. Miss Alexis is coming over today, in fact. and we're going to get you those slabs and find out what they are. 3 of these unleashed, 2 spirit forged. We need a new box of spirit forged. Okay, let's go get it. Let's just go get it right now. So let's go get that box of spirit forged. Well, we're running out of the Spirit Forge, so we need a restock on it. How are the prices on these Rift Bounds doing? Because last time we had to raise the price pretty quickly. Here we are. Do you think Hassan will be banned? No. I don't think he'll be banned. As long as he doesn't call for violence or break some other law like that one. All right, so 1 sneaker bunko. We are. Good. Hassan is kind of like, you know, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's kind of similar to what Nick Fuentes is. There are these guys now who are clearly far left, far right, authoritarian or like revolutionary, whatever you want to call it, and they're getting all the attention. So 2 Spirit Forge, 1 Sneaker Bunko, 2 of the YSDK. All right. Maybe in the past, no one would have given them much attention. Maybe the reason they're getting so much attention is because people are feeling that way, you know? 4 of the Vendettas. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Vendettas. Okay. He would like 1 more of the Japanese Dragon Ball mangas. Okay, here it is. Very expensive. That's $50, everybody. 2 of the EB1s, Japanese. Where are my EB1s? Here they are. 1, 2. Those aren't exactly cheap either. 1 of the English Riftbound Origins. Okay, 1 of the Origins. He would also like an OP13 English. That's pricey too. We are. We also sell OP5, man. 4 of the OP17 Japanese. Oh, your timing's good. You might pull a hit here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1 of the Brown Dusts. Okay, 1 Brown Dust. Brown Booty Butt Dust. Here we are. 1 Pink Eye. And 4 of the Solo Levelings. Now, I think those are pretty cheap, actually, aren't they? I think the... Oh, what is this? This falling apart. I think that the price on the Solo Leveling is pretty good. Okay, here they are. And he asked for 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Now, did we miss any of that? Unleashed, Spears 4. I think we got it all. I think we got it all. All right. Woo! This is a big order, guys. We're talking about $400 here on this order. Let's get it started. Wow. All right. This episode brought to you by actually a lot of people. We're having a nice, busy Friday stream, as tends to happen on Friday. But Mr. Picalo Matt's going especially deep. All right. Gee, man, not gonna lie, I just used the can of cheese for Ritz and put it in my mouth sometimes. Mister, can I buy one of the Chansey coins? I would like to sell one. That's why I brought them home from the vault. I actually never got a chance to price them. You want to see what it looks like real fast? Here's the Team Rocket coin from Rocket Returns. And here is, that's Japanese base set starter, 1996. This is like the oldest coin. I think this is the oldest Pokemon coin right here, guys. Might be this one. And yeah, I don't know what the price on it should be, but I'm open-minded to selling one of them. I actually have like 4 of them, and so technically I could sell 3 of them and still hold 1 of them. Oh, look at that. Very nice. All right. And out of the brown booty, look at this card. I'm going to let you keep that one. That one's way too lewd. Okay, you get this one. She's got like a giant hat. Did she just get married or something? All right, there we go. All right, let's grab all this, put it over here. I had so many of those as a kid, I want one. All right, we got OP13. See what's coming out of there real fast. We've got just some hollows. Buggy and Sanji. What is that, like young Buggy? There we go. Tossing that away. Now, let's get the rest of this snipped. Here's Riftbound, huh? Let's go ahead and put Riftbound back here. Yes, here's the EVs. And a couple more of these. Good. All right. Very good. What we got here? Here's a hollow booby girl. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. No manga, no manga, no manga. No! Here's EV1. And here's EV1. All right. No crazy pulls coming out of those EV3s or EV1. There it is. Okay, popping that back over there. Well, we're having a really busy stream. Crazy, man. Why do you think One Piece cards got so popular, expensive, but never the Naruto cards? Hey, there's still time for that. Don't count Naruto out. There's still time for Naruto to get expensive, you know? What might be going on right now is Naruto might be underpriced, if anything. You know, but One Piece is probably larger. That's probably the #1 reason. It's a larger fan base. Okay, you ready? So, Dragon Ball, Majin Buu. This guy's screaming. All right, not a big snipe out of there. You're digging in there, though. That story booster set's pricey. Anyone getting into the Tyranitar Mega Sublist? Just one spot left on Tyranitar Mega Sublist. Ready for the Nikkei? Here goes. Okay, snipping that. Snipping these. Did someone buy the last Tyranitar spot? One Piece has been around a lot longer. Yeah, it might have been around longer. All right, here we go. One Piece is holding people hostage with Stockholm Syndrome. It's me. I'm one of those people. I can give it up anytime, anytime. Yeah, nice full art coming out of the Sneaker Bunkos. Was he like shooting at her? Okay, and here's another hollow. All right, now solo leveling. You ready? So some of these packs don't even contain a hit. In that case, why don't I just give you a common card, okay? We'll give you the mom. He saves his mom or something like that. Here we go. We got Beirut. We're looking for, I guess the top chase card in this is like a bikini card from the main characters or something. Ant King. Baek Yun Ho. And Gogun Hee. So you get one Beirut. You can see it's been 2 weeks since my cards have sold with Propstein. I haven't heard anything from them. Is this normal? Haha. I don't know. Well, you know what you can do is just go message him on eBay. You know you can do that. Just go message him. Say, hey, you sold these cards for me, and I'd like to know about the payout. So I'd go give him a quick message, okay? He's probably got your money. He's probably ready to pay you out. Could be a scenario where he's not sure where to pay you. Or maybe he doesn't pay you until the item's successfully shipped and counted as, you know, like delivered. So maybe he doesn't pay out till it says delivered. But yeah, 2 weeks is a bit of a while. So yeah, I'd tell him, hey, you sold some of my cards. I'm just curious how the payout works. All right. Grabbing these. Yeah, I emailed him a week ago. You emailed him a week ago? Try eBay, though. Try contacting him over eBay. He might respond to that faster. If he's like me, he might get like 1 million emails a day. So go ahead and be a little bit pushy. Ask him again, okay? And use eBay. Like, message him through eBay. Be like, hey, I'm the seller. These were mine. How does the payout work? and he'll probably get back with you. There it is. You have to remember, he probably deals with like 1,000 messages a day, so the trick is to keep messaging until you get a response. He probably doesn't have like a whole, you know, like for example, for me, I don't have like a help desk or anything like that. It's just me. And so I don't have anyone answering emails or anything like that for me, fixing my problems. It's just me. Here we are. Might be the same way over there. Ooh, you got this fully textured Gin Meticulous Killer. Ooh, that's cool, man. All right, Picallo getting a hit out of Unleashed. Set that over there. Here's one more Unleashed card. You're going to pull Kha'Zix and Bashful Bloom. There we go. Not everyone likes ninjas. Oh, my God. Here's Battle Mistress. Okay, very good. Here's... We've got Grandmaster at Arms and Arise. Whoa. I'm arising in my pants a little bit. There we go. One of these. I just assumed he's busy. No worries. Here it is. All right. Tossing this over here. Good. Now, we're on to the Unleashed. How's the Unleashed doing? You got 3 fully borderless Unleashed cards, so that's nice. There's Gutter Palace, Bashful Bloom, and Wuju Master. Okay, and then here's the list. Honeyfruit, Master Yi, Ho Yi. How's the doctor appointment today? Doctor appointment today. I don't think there was a doctor appointment today. There was one what was it, like yesterday or 2 days ago? It might have been like 2 days ago. She had a doctor appointment 2 days ago for a second blood test to make sure that the pregnancy hormones are rising, and they are indeed. Here's Mind Rune. All right, very good. Okay. Oops. All right, here's Discipline, Wraith of Echoes, Shen. Shen? Freaking Shen, dude. All right, there we have it. Picallo Mat. Picallo Mat with all the stuff. Got to remember, he's got like a whole box to himself over here because he's got so much stuff. There's a Picallo Mat bag. Maybe we'll use this one, huh? I might have to create a double box for you and put you up on a shelf. And so Picallo, let's talk a little bit of shipping here. You know, one trick to make the shipping a little easier to manage is to have me ship all your good stuff first, and then you can ship your bad stuff at your leisure. So we can separate all the, you know, all the bulk hollows to the side, put them in a box, put them up on a shelf. So that's one strategy. Could save you like 40, 80 bucks. Depends on how much we truly need to ship, because I quoted you for 120. That's just what I know we need. I know we'll need about 120. We're going to do 3 separate $40 boxes. That's what we'll end up doing. Remember, it's not all about just how much it weighs and all that. It actually also comes down to how we declare it. We want to make sure we can declare it cheaply and not get like in trouble or anything. So, you know, it's trying to save you money on the declarations page too, right? So, but, you know, so if you just need your hits for like grading or something, we can do that. We can, you know, you can order some bag sorts or something like that if you want to try bag sorts. And there's all kinds of stuff I can help you with. As for the slabs, we're going to get those for you too. We'll try to get you an image of those in Discord, okay? By the way, if you need to manage your you know, collection, you can buy a channel in our Discord server. That's $20 for a channel with your name on it, and we take a picture of your stuff for you so that you can always go back there and see what you got. So it's a one-time purchase, and then I continue to manage your stuff for a full year. So that's actually very popular. Quite a few people own that. Especially, it's very popular with international, because sometimes international will like to store it over here for a while. All right, that's the order all done. Whew. We have Miss Janice. Hello, Janice. Welcome back. Slab away for Janice. All right, jumping over here to Janice. And you sent how much? You sent 100? Okay, 100 for Janice. This is going to be 535. Boom. All right. And we're going to jump over to the ZELLE giveaway. Oh, here it is. All right. You're going in. There it is. Thank you, Janice. Well, mister, you're on late. It's 6:49. It is a little bit late. We got to finish all these, though. So we've got Nathan Gordon, 151 Chinese Surprise Gengar, 1 Gengar Battle Sub. There it is. This is going off now. Let's go ahead and open up your pack. Nathan Gordon, did you wait a while? Long wait today, huh, Nathan? And I was going fast. Busy day, busy Friday. We only got 42 watchers somehow, and it's busy as hell. Almost makes me wonder if the watch count is accurate because it's crazy busy. The Super Mario Party lobby music. All right, Mr. Nathan, we're going to jump over here. I always got to wonder if, you know, there's people out there who use like AI bots to watch their stream, or if the that's Nathan Norman. If the YouTube watch count is accurate. I always got to wonder those things. Let's see. But it probably is. Who knows? I want to get those numbers up, guys. And I don't want to use bots to do it. I don't like the idea of that. Did you need a new bag? Nathan Gordon. Does he have a box over here? No, he doesn't. Okay. What's going on here, Nathan? Why am I not running into yours? Ah, there it is. There's just that many bags. There's a lot of bags. A lot of N bags. For some reason, we're getting a lot of guys with N in their name lately. There we go. Now, boom, let's get this off. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Technically, I'm on early. This is just the early nighttime stream, guys. That's all it is. It's the early nighttime stream. Ow. Pakistani hots are cheap. Ask the Democratic Party. They use them all the time. What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. All right, little shuffle. Here goes. Oops, oops. Get back up there. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right, give me a number, guys. Bots. Yeah, we could make it look like we're busier right away if we did bots. What do we got? Oh no, no one in the comment section wants to guess. We need a number. Guess a number. 2. Ivan says 2. Thank you, Ivan. 1, 2. There we go. And we have a list, so we're just going to go down the list. Number 1. Nope. Number 2. Nathan Norman on 2. Mr. Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. And Mr. Nathan Gordon. Sorry, Nathan Gordon. All right, this round shall go to Nathan Norman. Nathan Norman, not to be confused with Nathan Gordon. Attack of the Nathans. This will be traded back to me, presumably. I just assume he wants to do that. Of course, you can keep it, actually. Instead of taking this spot in the Gengar, you can keep a Psyduck. I mean, lock it in, if you ask me. That Psyduck's not cheap. It's like $1 million, actually. It's like, that's an original Cardconomist drawing. It's priceless, literally. There goes, but that Gengar is not priceless. He's going to take up to 22 out of 36. There it is. Gengar one step closer to the end. 14 spots remain, I believe. Somebody's going to walk away with this. It's huge. It's disgusting. One of the biggest rare candy breaks I think I've ever hosted. Usually rare candies are around 1,000 to 2,000. This one's clearly bigger than that. Team Rocky Grunt says, let me get another live custom and $9 for extra shipping of all my stuff. Thought it was $9 for shipping. Don't mind paying twice. Just think it's unfair. Feel like you pay for shipping for my stuff late. So, okay, hold on. Wait a second. So I think what happened was you received your items and then you noticed that the slabs weren't in there. and something was, we found them. I don't remember what it was. What happened when we found them? Was it something like they were still laying around in consignment, right? So at that point, I owe you shipping on those slabs. So you get a free label for that. Now, if you got a bunch of heavy bags, that's a new round of shipping. So that's what that's all about. So those slabs are on a small label, and you need a heavier label for your bags. That's just how it is. So it's like, you know, it's probably not a full $9, maybe like $6, I'd say. But, you know, it is $6. So, and we got to have a process for everything. So everything should be as it should be. So that's all it is, okay? I'm not trying to rip you off or anything. But that's the deal. The bags are fresh, I believe, right? All right, so let's go ahead and print your label. Yeah, I'm not trying to rip you off, I promise. Unless there's any part of it I didn't understand correctly, which that happens too. If there's anything I didn't understand. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and update that. No, I asked for shipping last week and it never got sent out. Don't mind paying for shipping. Oh, okay. So wait a second. You asked for shipping last week. And so, oh, I remember this now. So yours is a different case. Your case is that Alexis never actually took your label and shipped your stuff. I guess here are my thoughts on that round then. So the 2 bags up here are still brand new shipping. It's still a brand new shipping round. So we owe you a label for that time period. And to create a label large enough for your new round is a heavier label. But we're like splitting hairs here on the shipping. Let me go ahead and grab this. So it's this. When did you generate this? You generated this after that, right? It wasn't before it, unless I misunderstand. There it is. I make the labels seem probably all the same because the price is always the same, but this is not actually true. Shipping actually changes based on the weight. Grabbing all this. All right, that was confusing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and print postage on it. If you want, you can keep $3. Would you like to keep $3? Here we are. Ooh. If this was supposed to be part of the original shipment because they're from that time period, then that's a different kind of mistake. That's like a mistake where I didn't carry it down to Alexis. All right, there we go. Very good. All right, we got all these. So she's got 2 separate labels for you for 2 separate shipments. And she hasn't arrived yet, which is nice. Okay, now, let's get another live. Let's do it. All right, maybe a snipe on this live custom. Ready? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, and a 4. There we go. Divine Dog Totality. Oof. Sorry, man. I tell you what, since the whole shipping debacle and a little rough on the live customs, let's get you a spot in the second chance. Actually, no one's gone in the second chance for a while, so you're getting another spot in there. Give you a chance for a $100 slab. And then why don't we put you into that giveaway too, okay? We're going to get you in the giveaway. Here's the second chance. Yeah, no one's actually gone in here for a while, which is nice. Kind of a sign we've had some hot streams. And then here's the free slab. Why don't I do this for you as a gift? So 5, 6, and 7 are all you, okay? Can't really buy spots in here, so it's kind of nice too. And that's a $100 slab. So there's that. And then who's got the crown right now? Who's number 1? Shahir? Shahir's going on. All right, Shahir. Wow, Shahir going on. Cool, man. So that's up to 8. Sorry about all the confusion. Yeah, when we print a new label out, it's the same label as before. So it's like in anticipation of, you know, what was missed. Now, I'm going to hit refresh over here. What? Me. Monkey and monkey adjacent Pokemon are no good. That's right. Friggin' monkeys, dude. Now, but Calamat has another order. He says, wow, he's ready to go right now. 4 EB3s. He says, give me more of that stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got you, man. The Calamat. 1 Riftbound Vendetta. And 4 more of the EB4s. This might be my last box of EB4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's let this be the last item of the stream for the daytime stream, because I'm going to pop off. I got to get the shipping ready for Miss Alexis, and I'm going to help Mr. Ki Hyun Rose so he can easily order in the stream again, and What else do we need to do? We need to get the slabs for Mr. Picalo Matt because he's curious about what he's got. Picalo, if you want that private channel in Discord, those are very good because then anytime you want to look it up, you can just go see what you got. Here's a hollow. 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 No mangas? You got this. All right, no mangas popping out. How about that Unleashed? How about that? Oh, it's the wrong pack. Okay, oh, I snipped it for you already. All right, you keep that. You keep that. Let me get you the right one. We grabbed Vendetta. You wanted Unleashed. Free pack for you today. I think you deserve a free pack. That was a pretty big round overall today. How much stuff did you buy today? You bought about 800, dude. You went deep as hell. So you get a little free pack there. Ready? All right. Otterpuss, Swain, Fallen Feline. And here's the bonus pack. Nothing too crazy from the bonus pack. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. Tonight, we're not done. Tonight, we go live again for the Friday late night stream. There we go. Ow. And Picalo, you've got some really full bags over here. I might actually have a better... well, your box is over there, too. Let me create a new bag here. There we go. Mr. Picalo. We're going to have to remember Mr. Picalo. Because this guy goes deep. There we go. Thank you so much, man. Well... Boy, I felt like that was a marathon. I didn't even get a chance to price up one of these chances. What do these Chansey coins go for? Let's see if we can find one. CGC 10 Chansey coin. Is it spelled with an S? Ah, hiccups. Wow. There's one for sale for $5,000. Now, that doesn't mean it sold for $5,000. Excuse me. All right. Let me check sold. Let's see. Well, there's no data on the sold, so we can't say it's worth that much for sure. Let me go check PSA 10. 5,000 is optimistic. I think it's too high. We sold one for 800. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. We have actually sold one of these before for 800. Let's see. All right, so I don't really have anything to go off of. I mean, there's no PSA 10 version of it. There's a way overpriced CGC pristine. Oh, here we go. So what's this? Here's a 2021 Chansey. So 2021 obviously is modern. 25th anniversary. It's the same artwork. That one went for 217. That's all we got. I mean, we don't got any other information. So this is a pristine 10 from CGC. I like CGC for coin grading. I think the fact that they're also NGC gives them some credibility at coin grading. I want to say like 1,000 to be honest. I mean, I've already sold one at 800 and that was a while back and the card market has moved up. Why shouldn't the coin cost a little more? So I'm going to set it at 1,000 and leave it there. Obviously, that's a lot better price than eBay, so I don't think that eBay one's going to sell either. All right, but again, I did actually sell one for 800 the day they came back. Somebody snatched it up right away. Here it is. 1,000, 1,500 would probably be reasonable. That's what I'm thinking too. All right, because, you know, it's a pristine 10. How do you get a pristine 10? That's not easy. Some old 1996 coin. How do you get a pristine 10 on that? All right, what do we got? What do we got? I think we're caught up. Wow, what a stream. That was a busy stream. Thank you so much. Thank you to Picalo Matt. I'll see you guys for the late night stream. If you don't want to miss it, smash that subscribe button, okay, so you don't miss it. See you there, guys.